Welcome to Midnights with the Lizard Wizard, a podcast where Yael Midnight and I, Noel Midnight, listen through the entire King Gizzard discography from start to finish. This week, we're listening to King Gizzard's 18th studio album, Butterfly 3000, along with the remix album, Butterfly 3001. Theme music recorded by Beautiful Trainwreck. And we're back. Yael, we just listened to Butterfly 3000 like 18 billion times.
That's right, yeah. As we do most of these records.
Yeah, and I have thoughts on it, and I'm hoping that you also have some thoughts on it.
I have some thoughts. I absolutely have some thoughts. This album, I think, took me a little bit longer to get into than
That makes sense.
Some of the more recent albums we've had. I've had a pretty good streak lately, I think, of getting into the albums pretty much right away. Even Rat's Nest, which I thought was going to take me time, you know, by the third listen, fourth listen.
You were right there.
I was in. So I think it's probably been like since Sketches since something has taken me this long to get into.
Did it finally break for you at any point?
I think it did. You know, I think that this album is excellent. I think it's so well put together. I'm still not entirely sure if it's an album that's for me.
Okay.
But there's a lot to love here, and there's very little, I think, to dislike.
Sure.
So it's very, very good. I'm a big fan. I'm going to keep returning to it. I think it is also out there, and it took me time to get into.
Yeah.
I think that for me, and we're going to talk about this, I'm sure, it really helped me when I started hearing the Polygon Dwanaland in it.
Yes, we will talk about Polygon Dwanaland.
And when I stopped hearing it as just sort of falsetto vocals over synth loops, which, like,
Sure.
It's both of those things.
But it's also really neither of those things.
Right. So before we get into it more, how do you feel?
I think I might still be a thumbs middle, but more of an upwards middle than a middle middle, you know?
Thumbs 3/4 of the way.
Thumbs up by up middle.
North by Northwest. Thumbs vertigo. Thumbs rear window.
Yeah, exactly. I did want to open up by just saying a quote from Stu that he said in a NME piece.
Oh, there's so many interviews about.
There's so much to
continuing
pull from,
on the trend from KG and LW. The band has really, really talked about this album, and Stu in particular has really talked about this album. I think that's a COVID thing.
I think it's a COVID thing. I think that they were lonely and cooped up, and so they were talking to anyone who wanted to interview them just so that they could have human fucking interaction.
Yeah, and I don't blame them for it.
No.
And this is something that we even, I think, addressed on our last episode about why we had so much primary source to go to for this album. So we've got so many block quotes in our notes, assuming that Noel's notes look anything like mine, and we'll do our best to keep that from being like a bad video essay. If you've ever seen the H-Bomber Guy video essay about plagiarism and how too many YouTubers just directly read from their sources without addressing them.
Yeah, and we only do that for KGLW.net. Thank you, Timeland is Wacky.
Hey. I do my best to attribute them when I'm quoting directly or even paraphrasing directly.
We did just watch the H-Bomber Guy video about paraphrasing.
I do my best.
And the way that Illuminati really just fucks up all of her videos by paraphrasing poorly and plagiarizing.
I do my best to not plagiarize. I believe really strongly in that, and I try to do as much original research as possible.
You're
and
an
cite
academic.
research when
of
possible.
course you don't want to plagiarize.
Right, and Noel, what was your history with the concept of plagiarism?
Oh, I was explicitly taught to do it as part of my process in school.
That's fucked up.
It is, yeah.
That's really fucked up.
And so I'm going to plagiarize real quickly and just read a quote from Stu in NME where he says,
That's not plagiarism. Like,
I'm never gonna get this quote out.
at least say the quote and not where it's from if you're gonna do the bit.
Right. I'm just going to plagiarize this quote that somebody said
To somebody.
to somebody else who will go unspecified, where he said, I definitely felt like I was in a cocoon before Minty was born.
So Minty is Stu's daughter.
Yes. And this record is largely. I don't want to say that this record is about Minty, but there are songs on this record that are about Minty.
Yes, certainly the last track, the title track, Butterfly 3000, is directly about Minty. It is a sort of like an open letter, a tribute to his daughter, hopes and dreams for her and what he can be for her. And it seems like this album was inspired by a lot of things, but largely about the concept of change and personal growth.
Ah, yes. This must be the record about changes.
I think that's a different one.
I do not understand.
Okay, well, we'll get there. I think that this record is about change and personal growth, and a lot of that for Stu at this time had to do with the upcoming and then eventually after the birth of his daughter.
Yeah.
It was written sort of, it seems like, throughout that process.
Yeah, it seems like there was a lot of this that was written even pre-pandemic and then carried over, and then like in the pandemic it kind of developed.
Right. Based on what they've said, it was really the genesis of this album really came from Chunky Shrapnel.
Yes.
And writing the interludes for Chunky Shrapnel that Noel and I were so critical of, that we kind of even liked them for what they were, but thought that they didn't belong on the...
They just didn't have any substance, and they broke up the flow of the record.
Right, and record, movie, it just didn't belong. And so here they are fleshing out some of those ideas and giving them the space to breathe.
And that's honestly nice to see. It's nice to see them taking one idea that didn't really work and going, no, here's the realized version of it, and having it actually be better.
Yeah, and it's absolutely better. And there's a lot to really love here, and it's much, much more developed than it was.
Yes, absolutely.
There's so much going on. This is a very dense and layered album.
With the exception of one song, yeah.
Oh?
We'll get there.
The album has...
I don't want to be that person who every week I'm coming in going, there's one song I don't like. And I feel like I've been that person a lot recently.
You have, yeah.
I don't think there's a single song on this record that I actively dislike. I want to say that right up front. I want to be clear about that. This album, every single song is a thumbs north to northwest or just plain up north.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on here. It's generally a very layered record with lots and lots of parts on it, with the primary through line throughout the entire record being synth loops.
With a secondary, almost as important characteristic of acoustic guitar.
Yeah, there are in fact 3 out of the 10 songs on the record have electric guitar.
Do they really?
Yep.
I wouldn't have guessed it was that many.
See if you can figure them out. Which songs?
Oh, I'm not going to play that game.
No. You're playing that game.
God fucking damn you.
If you get 2 out of 3.
Blue Morpho. Do you know the answer to this off the top of your head?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you get 2 out of 3, then you win a prize.
Oh, I love a prize.
Yeah, that's why you have to play the game.
Definitely Blue Morpho. Oh, God. 2.02 Killer Year. God, what's the one that ends with the big rock ending?
You're on the right track, but I can't tell you which one.
I don't know which one it is. I had trouble with like song titles on this record and keeping the songs like straight and not confused with each other.
Sure.
I'm trying to rely on my notes, but I have so many notes because I have notes about the song, I have notes about the video, I have notes about the remix. Just scanning through my notes to figure out which ones I made the notes on is impossible.
Oh yeah, no, that's fucking impossible for this record. There was no good way to organize our notes. There's so much There's so much. All 10 songs have a music video for the first time. There's a remix album, Butterfly 3001, that we listened to that has a remix, at least one remix of every single track.
With like 4 or 5 remixes of some of them. 5
remixes for Blue Morpho. Nothing else, I think, gets more than 3.
Okay.
But there's so much that we took notes on. Even one of the remixes had a music video.
Yeah.
Which, fucking what?
So that's fucking 11 music videos for this record, which is goddamn absurd.
It's so many. Anyway, you're over.
I'm zero.
Zero correct, yeah.
Fuck me then. What are they?
They are Interior People, Catching Smoke, and Black Hot Soup.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? Personally, I gotta say, 3 out of my, let's say, 4 favorite tracks.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no. One of those was your least favorite.
No. My least favorite's coming, but it's not one of those.
Yeah, I would say that while, yes, acoustic guitar, hugely important in this record, those couple of moments where they bring out the electric, they hit.
Yeah, like
They
I remember
fucking
one
hit.
of those moments, and it's so big, and it feels like such a refreshing break.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of layers built up on top of these synth loops.
Yes. There's so many fucking layers.
Yes, and I think that's what drives that comparison to Polygondwanaland.
Right.
That and all of the polymeter and
all the
polyrhythm.
polymeter, yeah.
And we do not have our lovely, beloved Emma here to walk us through all of the time signature wonkiness.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, you have to deal with us two idiots, we who cannot count.
We who cannot count.
Is that a band name?
That's kind of a band name.
It's kind of a band name,
It's kind of a band name.
So we aren't going to be talking quite as much about the polymeter as maybe we did on Polygondwanaland, but
Right.
believe you me, it's there, and
It's all over the record, too.
there's so much of it, and it's enough to really keep you on your toes. And when you sing along, sometimes
It gets a little weird and
gets
you
a little
miss your
tricky.
intros.
And I'm looking at you, Catching Smoke.
I think this record would be a harder one for karaoke.
I think that this one would be pretty tough for karaoke, except when it's really easy.
But then again, like, I don't really like falsetto songs for karaoke. I like songs where you can, like, put in more, like, oomph.
More of the gravitas.
More of the gravitas, more of the theater.
Yeah, this song, or this album rather, it's so high in the vocal range. Everything is sung in falsetto, or 90% of it is sung in falsetto.
There are moments
And-
where he goes back down to his chest voice, but those are few and far between.
And, you know, I've got a decently practiced falsetto,
I mean, who doesn't?
but I
Which
cannot
trans
hit many
woman?
of...
Which trans woman doesn't have a highly practiced falsetto from when they were young and they just wanted to sing high?
I mean, honestly, most of my falsetto has been more recently developed because when I was young, I loved my deep voice.
Sure, yeah,
I
you're
love that
an
bass.
exception.
I love my bass voice, except for when I hate it, and I do get dysphoric about it all the time.
Sure.
But I have been leaning over the last several years into my falsetto, and I enjoy it. It's not as well-rounded as my natural voice.
Sure.
But I have trouble hitting some of the notes on this album. Real fucking trouble. Now, granted, of course I have trouble hitting the notes. They're really high, and my voice is way down here.
Yeah. One of the few genuine compliments that my mom ever gave me as a kid, and this one sticks with me, is I was singing the falsetto vocal for Into the West from, which one is that? Two Towers? One of the Lord of the Rings movies. And I was singing that falsetto, and my mom goes, "Oh, that's really good. You should sing like that more often."
Huh.
And so that really ingrained in my head, oh yeah, my falsetto might be good.
Yeah, I mean, I like your falsetto. I like hearing you sing.
And I'm sure that nobody in this episode will get to hear me sing in my falsetto. I'm certain that won't happen. I'm going to go out of my way to make sure I don't sing on this episode.
You say waiting for your chance.
It's going to happen. I'm not going to try to, but like it's gonna be there. I don't know. Do you want to talk about the album art for a second?
Yeah, let's talk about the album art.
Because there's so much to talk about with this record, and you got to start with the album art. The album art is
It's an auto stereogram.
yes, it's an auto stereogram or a magic eye picture.
Yeah.
It's one of those fucked up pictures where you have to cross your eyes and then you kind of sort of see it, but you don't really see it, but you kind of sort of see it and you go, that's what that is. And in this case,
No. If you get it right, it actually pops.
yeah, but
This one is hard.
this
though.
one's a hard
This
one.
one's fucking hard. This one took me way longer to get than most.
I never saw it clearly.
Yeah, it's a butterfly.
Yeah, it's a butterfly.
Unexpectedly, it's a butterfly.
The album art as a whole is made up of 2,999 butterflies.
That come together to make one big butterfly.
Number 3,000.
That's right.
It's fun. Butterfly
It is.
3,000. It's so, yeah,
It is.
they're having fun. Thank you, Jason.
I do have one major issue with the album art. One hugely negative thing that detracted from my enjoyment of this album because of the album art.
How?
Do you know how on Apple Music they animate the album art?
Yeah.
I think it's so poorly done for
Oh,
this.
I love it for this one.
No, I hate it. It's way too busy. It's way too flashy. The blues and the reds, I get how they connect to the album cover. I get why they're there, but there's too much of it. And it's not keeping at all with the beat or the rhythm of anything on the album.
Sure, but the album art never will.
No, it won't. But because it's so flashy, because it's so distracting, it throws me.
Interesting.
Do
I
not-
never
do
had
not
that
like it. From
experience.
the very first time, I don't like it. Eventually, once I got to know the songs better from listening to the album over and over and over again, it bothered me less than it did initially.
Okay.
But especially when I didn't know the songs, it was too much.
Sure.
That visual component was wrong.
Okay.
That just personally.
There we go. Do you want to talk about yours?
Yeah.
So, when I first heard those opening notes of yours, do you know what I thought?
No, I wouldn't know what you thought. Tell me what you thought.
I thought, oh, hell yeah, we're getting the Owl City record.
Can I leave?
You can.
I just-
I'll do the rest of the show by myself. I have so many notes.
So
It wasn't. It's not.
It's
It's
not
not
an
their
Owl City.
Owl City record. It's just they happened to be using a synth patch at the very beginning that sounded vaguely like Owl City. And most of you will probably disagree with me and come at me in the comments, and that's okay. We don't have comments. We're a podcast.
and nobody reaches out to. No, we've had a couple of people
We
reach
had
out to us,
people
and it's
reach out
lovely.
to us.
Yeah,
Never about the topics we request.
That's true. That's true. Come at us with the things that we're asking you for.
Yeah. God,
You all suck.
you're all you know
Audience,
what?
audience,
all
you're canceled.
Jesus. My second thought on hearing yours was
Hold on, no. We're not done talking about the Owl City bullshit.
okay.
Now, I've only heard one song from Owl City.
Fireflies.
Unless you've played me more over the years, which you probably have, but I really resent you for.
Sure.
My
He's
main
really good.
My main association with Owl City is just the fact that you proposed to your ex-wife at an Owl City concert.
Yeah. Great show. Mixed incredibly.
And I gotta say, if you're gonna make our band a thing about your band with her,
No.
no,
not even a little.
I'm honestly joking. Like, I don't know enough about Owl City to be mad at you about this. I just think it's really funny to throw you under the bus for proposing to your ex-wife at an Owl City show.
I think that's a perfectly fine and normal thing to do.
Yeah.
And to be clear, we didn't go up on stage. We didn't disrupt the show. I proposed in the parking lot after the show.
That's better. That's
No.
okay. You proposed to me in a
I never proposed to you.
You proposed to me in a light rail station by asking, "So when do we get to say that we're engaged?"
Yeah.
That was great. Neither of us had to get down on one knee.
Yeah, there was never a real proposal with the two of us.
No, it was better that way. So much better that way.
It's so much better.
We also never had a real wedding.
Right. It's very emblematic of us. But yeah, it's a shame that this is the closest to Owl City that they get on this whole record, because I could have used a little bit more. Because you know what Owl City is good at? He's good at two things: synths and acoustic guitars. And I was really hoping for a little more Owl City.
Well, personally, I'm glad that you didn't get it.
Okay. My second thought was that I think the vocals were mixed a little wrong.
Yeah, I thought so with yours in particular.
Especially at the very, very beginning. They come in just a little quiet.
And then
they sound fine on re-listens.
They do, but when it's the first time through, and I never wrote it down as a note after that first time.
No.
But that first time I also had that. And I think by the time you get to Dreams, I think Dreams is the moment where the mix for the rest of the album works.
Yeah, and it's a good mix for the rest of the album. There's a lot of hard stuff in there that is handled really well.
From Dreams on, it's great. For Yours in Shanghai, I'm not sure that I noticed what was off, because I'm not really an expert at audio production in the way that you're used to mixing.
Yeah, I think it was a smidge quiet, and I think they could have handled the sibilance a little bit better.
Sure. And I think that's true for the first two tracks.
Yeah. But then, yeah, after that, we get the bass to come in, and the bass moves delightfully with the arpeggiator.
Yeah, it's a fun, fairly simple bass line that works really well with the synths.
I think we're going to be singing the praises of the bass a lot in this episode.
Absolutely. I would say that the rhythm section is what holds this album together. That the bass does a great job, and the moments where the tone shifts.
Yeah.
The drums are carrying so much of that.
There's a moment in this song right before it goes into the first instrumental, or I guess as it's going into the first instrumental, where we get like solo bass for a second, and it is so much fun, and it really sets up the record, and it tells you this isn't just a synth record.
Right.
And I think that's an important message to get across right here in the first song, is that's when you start to go, no, this isn't Owl City.
Good. No, I think that legitimately that it being I was ready for this to be a much synthier record than it is.
Same.
And I think it's so much better for not being that. I think that
when I heard that this album was going to be based on synth loops, I was expecting synth loops to be present on every single moment of the record.
And it is almost that.
But it isn't that, and that's crucial.
Right. When it cuts out, those are really important moments. And there's so much that they're doing with the synth, but there are times when, even when the synth is playing, it's not forward in the mix, it's not forward in the flow of the song, and we're getting that bass, or we're getting those drums, or we're getting the acoustic guitar as the primary focus, and the synth loop still is there to tie everything together throughout the song, but they're not relying on it as the only thing.
Yeah.
What do you think that Yours is about?
I never figured that out, because he keeps saying, don't you know he's yours? Who's the he? Because Minty, I'm pretty sure, is not.
No, I in fact, if anything about this, so I've read a lot about Stu refuses to say who this relationship is about, that there is a specific relationship.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't know, or he doesn't want to say who. At least I think he said there was a specific relationship. I don't have a source for that in my notes, so I may be completely making that up.
That's fine.
But he specifically isn't telling us.
We are hard-hitting journalism, and we really make sure that we get every detail right.
And every detail, not just right, but well-sourced, well-researched. You can trust that you will know why we know.
Exactly. On every detail.
So I thought initially that this was a song that Stu was singing about himself to Minty.
Oh, that's curious.
That was my instant and really only thought.
That's curious. I like that.
Don't you know he's yours? I am yours. You can take this as evidence that you can always come to me. I will always be there for you. That's the way that I read it. But I don't know that that's actually true. When you look at the lyrics, especially towards the end of the song,
Yeah.
it starts to feel like, hey, maybe that's not what's going on, and I don't have a clear replacement for that theory. But this is such an autobiographical record.
It's got to be something.
It feels like it kind of has to be something like that. Not every song on this album is about Stu or is about the members of King Giz, but at minimum, we have Shanghai, we have Interior People, we have Ya Love and Butterfly 3000 that are directly about Stu or the band, and you could make arguments for at least like Dreams in Blue Morpho as well.
Sure, yeah. And one of the themes is metamorphosis throughout the record. Like, everything seems to come back to metamorphosis and change.
Right.
And
This metaphor of the butterfly exists throughout everything on the record.
right. Yes.
And the butterfly is about the easiest metaphor that's ever been for the concept of change and renewal.
Yeah.
Right. Other than like the
spring
phoenix.
coming after winter. That's a big one for renewal, I guess.
Right. The phoenix.
Sure.
But butterflies have always meant this.
Yeah.
And we see that throughout. And there's a lot of butterfly imagery in yours, starting off the record the same way that it ends with these butterflies. So this album is also just so bright compared to everything else we've heard.
It is mostly really bright, but for some reason the album occupies a dark space in my mind, and I'm not really sure why.
There are a couple of dark moments on the record, but I think that you might be just kind of crazy on this one.
That's
Because
okay.
Everything I hear from everybody is about how bright this album is, and you know that I don't use color imagery
Yeah.
at all to think about music or anything else in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm not the one to say you're wrong. It's actually this, but
Sure.
you're the only person I've ever heard that from.
Like, in my mind, it's supposed to be this bright yellow, the same yellow that our vinyl is. And that's what it's supposed to be, is that bright yellow. But in my mind, it really is more of like a dehydrated piss yellow, which is different. I don't know.
I think you might be insane.
It's very possible that I'm insane. It's actually well established that I'm insane. It's in my medical records.
Certainly yours is not like that.
No, yours is bright.
I think that if it is less bright, then it must be coming from other tracks. It must be coming from moments that do get a little bit darker. But I wouldn't say that this is always a happy record.
No.
But I do think it's a bright record. Like sonically, it is very bright. It is almost always in a major scale. It's almost always in a major pentatonic.
Interesting.
Which, if you've noticed that on a lot of the tracks, particularly Shanghai is like this, but it exists throughout as well. Catching Smoke is also one like this, that you kind of, it feels like there's Eastern kind of melody.
Yes, I noticed that in Shanghai really strongly.
Yeah, so that's all coming from the major pentatonic.
Okay.
Which in Western music, at least in rock music, we don't hear nearly as much as we hear the minor pentatonic.
Correct.
Which is, the sort of basis of the blues and therefore just about all rock music.
It's like the first scale that any guitarist learns.
Right. But there's also the major pentatonic, and we just don't see that quite as often, even with other major scale music, and it often sounds kind of Eastern to our ears.
Sure. There's a couple things I want to point out in this that I don't have anything to say. It references the wheel.
Yeah, sure does.
Where he says, he's the wheel you steer, in contrast to, God, what's the lyric in The Wheel?
I don't know. You would hate the wheel.
I hate the wheel.
You hate the wheel. You
I hate
famously
the wheel.
hate
Famously
the wheel.
hate the wheel. People are going to believe you.
Well,
People are going to believe that I hate the wheel.
they should,
I
because
don't
you
hate the wheel.
That's what you said for Gumboot Soup, but we all know that you hate the wheel.
So there's a strong reference to the wheel. The song ends with a motif from Interior People, which is really fun. I love it. I love it when they have the motifs from the record scattered throughout.
Yeah, especially when it's foreshadowing like this.
Yeah.
There are also a few more moments like this throughout the album, where different songs get quoted in other parts. This is something that we saw a lot on
Nonagon.
On Nonagon, exactly. Another album rather, that was well connected throughout.
Yeah, this album is just like Nonagon.
Yeah, just like Nonagon, just like Pelican Dwanaland,
Just like Paper Mache.
just like Owl City.
Just like Owl City.
I think
Although it's more like Sky Sailing Owl City.
I think that the lyric "Your Man in the Sky" is really nice. I liked that one.
Yeah, but I don't know what it means.
I don't either. I just liked it.
Okay.
I wanted to call that out. It's a good song. Combined with the butterfly imagery, "Your Man in the Sky" reminds me of the theme song to the Reading Rainbow.
Sure.
Butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
I don't think you remember the melody for those first couple lines.
It's close to that.
It's close to that. Yeah, it is close to that. Sorry, I'm really on your case today, and I don't know why.
That's okay. I'm on yours.
Because I'll tell you exactly why. I'm concerned that I don't have enough interesting things to say, and so I'm overcompensating by telling you that the things that you're saying aren't interesting.
Oh, well, fuck you.
It's called marriage.
I thought you said you had a ton for this episode.
I have so much to say.
All right.
I just don't think it's interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Like, what am I going to do? Read this giant block quote that Stu said that is actually important to the record? It's like 5 minutes long.
Only if we drag it out.
There's this quote where I don't remember who Stu was talking to when he said this.
Here we go with the plagiarism again.
I know, but he comments, it was all written when I was about to become a father. To me, the main lyrical motif is the butterfly, and it represents a lot of different things in the record. It can represent me, and it can represent my daughter as well, but it can also represent change or metamorphosis or lucidity or dreaming. This record is written from the perspective of someone watching over you who is like the dream god.
Yeah, so we see a direct reference to the god of dreams,
Morpheus.
Famous from The Matrix, but also famous from, Greek myth.
Yeah.
If you want a really great record all about Morpheus and dreaming, may I recommend the Cunning Linguists album, Onirology?
Oh, sure.
Awesome album. I would say, personally, I like A Piece of Strange better. But Onirology is absolutely incredible, and I know a lot of people would have that as their best album.
Yeah.
Another great, very different record from this one about dreaming.
Sure.
And the power and importance of dreams. So that quote, was there something specific about yours you wanted to
No,
bring that
I
up
just
about?
thought that was a really interesting quote, and for some reason I have it in my section on yours.
Sure. And I think that does maybe suggest, hey, maybe the he is Stu, and I was right. Maybe.
Yeah, I think Your Man in the Sky makes sense as Morpheus. And then Don't You Know He's Yours is him talking to Stu in the third person.
Okay, so you think...
Sorry, he's talking to Morpheus in the third person when he says, Don't You Know He's Yours, talking about himself.
I liked my theory better.
That's fine. I'm just trying to piece together anything I can.
No, that's fair. I think it's a good theory. I just like mine better.
Okay.
I really like how twangy the acoustic is in this song.
Yeah, it's
nice twang.
it's real bright and like picked really aggressively.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely flat picked and like almost a bluegrass style, but not playing bluegrass style licks. But like the way it's picked feels like bluegrass.
Really looking forward to hearing what they do with bluegrass.
And with Billy,
Yeah. Without Billy, microtonal or not microtonal. I am just very excited to hear Gizgrass.
Gizgrass is going to be goated. It's going to become my favorite record behind Paper Mache. And Polygon Wonderland.
Paper Mache is your favorite
and
right
Nonagon.
now?
And Flying Microtonal Banana.
And Rat's Nest.
And Rat's Nest. I like a lot of their records.
It's a good band. All right. Do you want to talk about the music video?
Sure. Let's talk about the music video. It's directed by John Angus Stewart, who did Chunky Shrapnel.
That's right.
And it opens
with
a
fish.
seizure warning.
And fish.
And fish. In a aquarium.
Yeah. A photosensitive seizure warning, which, good on them for looking out for people's safety and health.
Sure.
There's a bunch of leaves from a tree that we zoom out and see the band just sitting on the grass under a tree.
Yep.
They're all wearing hats.
I don't think we can do a full play-by-play of everything that happens in the video.
I'm not gonna. I just like the hats.
You just like the hats?
I just like the hats. Stu's wearing a hat with a butterfly on it. It's a bucket hat with a butterfly on it. I like it. It's cute.
Okay.
I like a bucket hat. Bucket hats never fit on my head, but I like a bucket hat. See me at Field of Vision. You'll see the one bucket hat that I have that fits.
There you go. I wondered aloud which city we were in right away. And
it's Melbourne.
Yeah, it's Melbourne. I know that now because the skyscraper that we were in is called Eureka. And it was specifically called out in one of the interviews I read.
Also, I told you it was Melbourne when you asked when we watched the video.
You did. And then I confirmed it independently.
Okay.
Because this is journalism.
Well,
and you need two sources.
There is also another video or another building that can be seen in the video that has a name on it that's pretty identifiable as well, that I was able to Google. You know what I really liked about this video?
Yeah.
All the Soderbergh style multiple split screens.
That was great. I love a good split screen.
Love a good Soderbergh style split screen. Big fan.
I mean, I also have a Scott Pilgrim style split screen.
You know what split screen I don't like?
What split screen do you not like?
Amelia Perez.
Fuck Amelia Perez.
Fuck Amelia Perez. Such a bad movie for so many reasons. So many reasons.
The worst crime that movie committed was getting nominated for so many fucking Oscars.
Absolutely. But also, they had some of the worst split screen moments I've ever seen in a movie.
Truly awful. Like, if you want to be inspired as a filmmaker, I highly recommend watching Amelia Perez because you're going to leave that movie going, oh, that was Oscar nominated and I can make better.
Oh, just also don't watch it because it is bad. It is racist. It is transphobic.
Which is wild.
It is one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's one of only 2 movies that I think I've ever given a half a star on Letterboxd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're on Letterboxd. You can follow us there. There is a moment I want to call out in the video where they are eating hot pot on screen.
Yeah, and hot pot, it turns out, is surprisingly important in this record.
Yeah. Which
Would
is
not have guessed
great.
that.
I love food. I love food-based records. One of the first records I ever bought was the Food album by Weird Al Yankovic.
That sounds just so on the nose for you.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't realize it was a compilation album at the time. Like, I didn't know the difference between a studio album and a compilation album. I wouldn't have bought it if I had known that it was just songs from other records. I would have just bought one of the proper records, and I kind of feel bad about that now because he didn't even want to release it. He was forced by the label.
Want to get hot pot after this? No, we won't have the time.
It's too warm out.
It's way too warm out. That's a good point.
What do people in warm climates like? How do people in warm climates eat hot pot? Like, if you live in a super warm climate and you eat hot pot during it, tell me your secrets. Tell me how. How do you cope with that? It's too much.
Oh, but I do want a hot pot.
I do want hot pot.
Good.
I kind of want pho, actually.
Oh, well, we can make that happen.
We could make that happen.
I don't really want pho. I want hot pot.
That's understandable.
Anyway, yeah, there's also a giant statue that I think is of the Buddha, which also feels like it would connect to Shanghai. But as far as I can tell, all of this video was shot in Melbourne. And so I don't know what's going on with that statue.
I don't know
I
either.
guess there's probably a Chinatown in Melbourne.
That would make sense.
Almost certainly.
There's also one shot that features a gator,
Yeah.
which is always worth calling out because we love gators and giz content.
Yep.
Content. Ugh, I don't like that word. I feel disgusting having said it.
There's a lot of juxtaposition of like moving fast and moving slow.
Yeah.
And that's something we've seen from them before, like in the video for Intrasport.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what it means in this context. I wasn't able to figure that out, but it is something that we have seen from them before.
So, I don't know if this actually helps
We're
clarify.
such good at journalism.
I don't know if this helps clarify it or not, but I have a quote from John Angus Stewart.
Oh, please.
He commented, "Our last shot was at 11:45 p.m. on a rooftop in the city. And we went into a statewide lockdown at midnight."
Okay. Really under deadline.
So they shot in 8 locations in one day.
Jesus Christ. That's
Isn't
too
that fucked?
That's too many.
Isn't that fucked?
That's too many.
It's so many. But they were going to go into lockdown. They had to get it done.
That explains a lot of stuff.
So even if they were trying to make a slow video, they were kind of forced to make a fast video.
All right. Now it all comes together.
There we go.
That's our connection. All right. Remix.
Do you want to talk about the remixes now or at the end?
Let's talk about him. Let's talk about him at the end.
Okay, cool. Because
That
that's
seems-
how I have my notes structured, and trying to do it now would have been really weird.
Oh, I have them with the songs themselves,
Oh no.
but I have them tabbed in, so it's easy to identify what's what.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah, I was smart about it.
Yeah, good for you.
All right, Shanghai, Stu and Ambi.
Stu and
I have one more
Ambi-
thing about yours.
Yeah, was that just
Sorry.
a Stu song? Yours?
That's just a Stu song.
Okay.
One more thing about yours is that the vocal melody is the same as the synth melody, but
Yes.
you don't notice it because it's slowed the fuck down.
I will listen deliberately for that next time.
Yep. If you recall, a few minutes before we started recording, I wanted to listen to Shanghai again,
Yeah.
and that's what I was confirming.
Wait, you mean yours?
Yours. Yes, I mean yours.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah.
How did you notice that?
I read it on a comment on Reddit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it at all.
Nice. Well, thank you, Reddit.
Thank you, Reddit. I got
Thank
a
you,
few.
whichever user you were. We're not going to check.
Oh, God, I love some plagiarism in
I
the morning.
love journalism.
Yeah, no, in fact, I've seen a lot of people on Reddit talk about this, so I don't know if the person I read it from first, actually, I know for a fact that they weren't the first person to
Okay.
write about it because
Well, in
somebody
that case,
else,
they don't matter at all.
Somebody else quoted the person that they saw it from earlier, so I probably should have chased down that source so I could credit somebody because I am a good journalist.
That's okay.
All right, Shanghai.
Shanghai. It's a Stu and Ambi song, and it's a song about doing drugs in Shanghai.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, it's a song about getting drunk in Shanghai.
Fair.
No, it's a song about getting drunk in Shanghai that talks about doing drugs in Shanghai.
Too many layers.
All right. So what happens is in the song, there's probably some opium smoking.
Sure.
There's no getting drunk. But Shanghai, the song, is inspired by and is heavily about a time when the band in real life were in Shanghai and got really drunk.
Okay. So it's a song about doing drugs, but it's a song about getting drunk.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So already at Shanghai, I was writing in my notes that these feel like the most autobiographical songs we've ever heard from this band.
Oh, I think that's true.
And it gets more autobiographical from here. I wrote that this is a story song that feels like it's a story he knows that we don't get to know. But it turns out because they've done all of these interviews, we know the
get to know
story. We absolutely know the story. You know what happened?
What happened?
They got really drunk on Jaeger bombs in Shanghai, decided to get some fucking hot pot, and then couldn't agree on how spicy it should be.
And so they fought.
Joey wanted more Sichuan tempeh, and Cavs thought, no, that's too spicy, and it legitimately came to a fist fight outside the restaurant. Apparently they thought that the band was going to be over. because like Stu tried to step in and stop everybody from fighting, and then people started yelling at Stu and getting mad at him, or he got mad at others, and it seems like most of the band was there at the time, including Eric. This was before Eric left the band.
Sure.
There was a lot going on. I guess everything was resolved within a week. So all in the past.
Yep.
And they wrote this song about it. The song is about getting high or drunk, depending on whether it's the real life version.
Definitely alludes to doing opium in an opium den.
Right. Which a little Orientalist, I'm going to say. A little bit Orientalist.
Sure. But
like, it's the Brits' fault that we have this association between China and opium. That's really the English are to blame here.
Okay.
Fuck the Brits.
Fuck the Brits, always.
But yeah, it's about getting high and being changed by the experience.
Yeah, and I think that's the important part, is the change.
Right. And
the metamorphosis.
And so for the band's real life story, it's okay, after this fight, how does this change us?
Yeah.
Yeah. The piano. So good.
Really? It's the piano that stood out to you first?
Yes. Yeah.
I never really noticed the piano in this song.
Absolutely the piano in this one.
I never noticed it. I don't have a single note about the piano.
It's a good piano. Listen to the piano.
Okay, I will. I will next time. I will listen for the piano next time.
Yeah, Stu plays piano.
I should take notes while we're recording so I know what to listen to next time.
You're going to edit.
That's true. I am going to edit, and I'm going to get all this information a second time when I edit. So that'll help.
Yeah.
You mentioned it earlier. The opening scale for the song does feel a little Eastern. Yeah. Because it's that major pentatonic.
It's that major pentatonic. It's also, very interestingly, a palindromic sequence.
Is it?
Yeah. Halfway through, it just plays the same thing in reverse.
Cool. I never noticed that either.
Again, Reddit.
Okay. I was going to say, I feel like there's a lot on this record that I didn't notice now.
Yeah, no, that was Reddit as well. Both of these things are things I discovered half an hour ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good research.
Yeah.
Good diving in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm awesome.
When Ambi comes in with the, okay, let me trace my steps. Holy shit. Fuck Stu's vocals on this record. Ambi's where it's at.
Ambi's always where it's at. We know this already.
Ambi's vocals on this record fit the tone of the record perfectly.
Yes. Ambi is very good at what he does.
Yeah. And this Ambi section, not synth-based.
That's true.
This was the moment where I went, oh, okay, this record might be more interesting than I gave it credit for.
Yeah. There are some really sparse chord stings that really fill out the sound that I think really help this song elevate.
Sure.
And this is by far the song from the album that they play live the most.
Is it?
Yes. And that's still not often.
No, I can't imagine any of these.
No, but this is the only one that's been played more than like 4 times.
Okay. I am holding out for Catching Smoke at Field of Vision.
God, that would make me so happy. Catching Smoke, I think,
Catching Smoke
clears
on Nathan at Field of Vision.
I would be so happy. Catching Smoke is, I think, the best part of this record. I don't think it's particularly close, or the best song, not necessarily the best part of the album.
Sure.
I think the best part of the album comes later.
Okay.
But Catching Smoke, I think, best song.
Yeah.
Start to finish.
Yeah. Unsurprising. It's a Joey song.
No, it's not. Interior People is a Joey song.
Is Catching Smoke not Joey?
Oh, Catching Smoke is Stu Joey. Interior People is Joey Stu.
Okay. Shanghai was originally written for Chunky Shrapnel.
Yeah, a few of these tracks did kind of make their origin in that era. The ill-fated Hot Pot trip in Shanghai was January 2020.
Okay.
If that helps set it in time a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's always useful. I really like there's where is it in the second chorus, the last time that they sing Born Again Overnight? There's a section in the second chorus where Is it the second chorus? No, it's the second verse, the very end of the second verse. Ambi ends the verse by singing, "Guess I've been born again overnight." But for Born Again Overnight, Stu also comes in, making it the only point in this song with both vocals at the same time.
It hits.
And it hits so hard.
It hits.
It's a really nice little punch.
Of course, Noel likes the lyric about being born again.
Of course, I like the lyric about being born again. I'm me. Yeah, metamorphosis.
Yeah. And boy, have you metamorphosed.
Oh boy, have I.
I mean, let's be honest. We all have. We're both trans.
Sure.
Like, if there's any fucking metaphor for transness,
yeah.
a butterfly is.
Ooh, I should get a
such an
butterfly
obvious
on
one.
my wrist.
A blue morpho?
I should get a blue morpho on my wrist. That would be fun.
Go for it.
That would be fun. If
You're just gonna have all of your tattoos only within like 5 inches of.
I'm saving my arms for my sleeves.
Yeah, but everything on your body currently is wrist, hand, or ankle.
Or ear.
That's right, your ears. Okay, you just have only tattoos on your extremities.
Yeah. It just happened. I like tattoos to be visible.
Oh, no, I completely get that.
And not covered up by my clothes.
Sure.
The song's great. It has a nice, sweet outro. The final movement of the song has these really nice chords that blend into Dreams, which is the next song. But those chords aren't really used, like the way that they're played, that patch isn't really used in Shanghai or Dreams. It's just for like 8 bars.
Yeah. Yeah. Something I never mentioned on yours, but is true throughout the record. I love how many like filter sweeps we get.
So we get so many filter sweeps.
Not just filters, there are also little LFOs.
Can you explain what an LFO is real quick?
An LFO is a low frequency oscillator. It's so all sound, of course, is oscillation. It's just really rapid cycling of waves.
Yeah.
So you take
rapid cycling sounds like me.
That's a bipolar disorder joke. So you take, instead of an audio rate wave, you take a really slow wave that changes things. Sometimes it's high and sometimes it's low at a rate that's too slow for humans to hear. And then you use that to adjust something about the notes or about the sound instead of the sound pitch itself. So
you're changing the tonality.
Right. So you can set an LFO to fucking anything. So if you set an
is that
LFO
why some of these parts, even though they're still up high, they sound like they're lower?
Yeah, that's going to be probably an LFO on a filter.
Okay.
Most likely. But you can set an LFO to fucking anything. You can set LFO to pitch, and that's just going to go.
Sure.
But you can set that to modulate anything. You can set that to modulate the filter. You can set that to modulate the resonance. You can set that to modulate the envelope. You can set that to modulate literally anything about the sound. You can set it to modulate the reverb or the chorus
just anything,
effect. Anything, literally anything. And so when you're hearing that same synth loop over and over and over again, the worry is that it's going to be too static.
Yes.
And it's
I really had that worry coming into this record. When I heard that this was a synth loop based record, my first thought was, oh, I don't like Engine de Poitrine.
Right. Exactly. And one of the ways that they get away from it sounding too samey all the time is through the use of these filter sweeps or panning sweeps or LFOs that they can use to adjust parameters while they're not adjusting the sequence itself necessarily. It might sound brighter or darker because they're changing the filter.
Okay.
Or they might adjust the way the reverb hits it throughout the sequence or over the course of a couple of different repetitions of the sequence so that it keeps having movement, so that there's still movement even though the notes are the same. And they do such a good job of that throughout the record. And I know that at this point in making music, Stu in particular is still very new to synths.
Yes.
That's something that he's going to be working on for years to come.
Until at least 2026.
Right. Joey comes from more of that synth world, but this is an album that is very much Stu's baby.
Yes.
And so it is really nice to see that at least Stu is obviously such a great musician.
Sure, yeah.
And has such an ability to produce, and he's come a long way from
and he's good at
those
picking up
lo-fi-
new instruments.
He's good at picking up new instruments, and he's good at listening to the music that he's inspired by and pulling things he likes out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that we didn't end up having to sort of suffer through an early synth album that felt very static.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that was present, because that really could have been bad very quickly, and that's something that I noticed early on in yours, and whatever it was that you said before I started this tangent reminded me of that for Shanghai.
Yeah. That keyboard that morphs into dreams. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the video?
Yeah. Let's talk about the video.
So this video was directed by Amanda Boniato.
Yep. Bonaiuto is I think what it might be. It's an animated video.
Yes, it's hand drawn, and it looks like it was scanned one frame at a time. It certainly has that feeling of, it's not full 24 frames per second.
The thing that I noticed most, first and foremost, is one of the two people that are the subjects of this video.
Yeah, because this video follows two kind of people who are like animated and the whole video is really trippy, and like everything is kind of morphing into everything else.
Yeah, it's very much. I think we've mentioned it on this show before. Is that Noelle and I have been going to this animation festival that they have
here in Seattle.
Called Sea Slug, which is a great festival. If you have a local animation festival in your town, go check it out. Seriously,
animation festivals are so much fun,
and you get to see such bizarre and interesting shit. And there is just so much cool stuff you can do in animation that's much harder to do or much more expensive to do without animation. And so you end up seeing trippy shit that gets used a lot by bands like King Gizzard
or the Beatles
or you just see really cool techniques and really interesting art. So it reminded me a lot of those
for
shorts,
sure. Yeah.
Or a lot of those short films. And one of the things that I remembered is, well, one of these characters in this music video has really, I don't know how else to say it, but long eyes.
Yes, he has long eyes that protrude from his skull and stick out, kind of like you know the clip of the wolf who's going awooga, like it's kind of like that, but not as like dramatic and exaggerated, and it's always
not as
out.
Round,
not as round.
But
also quite round,
more like snails, like a snail's
proboscis,
eye stalks.
Eye stalks, yeah,
but they droop downwards instead of sticking up, and they don't have clear eyeballs on the end of them.
Yeah. Watch the video, you'll get it.
It's bizarre. And they just sort of keep stepping over each other. They're trying to walk along, and they keep like almost stepping on another. The creator, Amanda Boniato, said the characters are, quote, entangled in this stressful strut where they nearly step on each other over and over and over again as they move forward.
Yeah, they're constantly stepping over each other.
So she specifically says step on each other over and over and over again as they move forward. Kind of like shooting yourself in the foot or tripping over your words. And the strut doesn't get interrupted or change until we see butterflies for the first time.
I never noticed that.
It's almost like a bad joke about overdoing it. Like if they get swarmed and covered head to toe in butterflies, creating something like an exoskeleton, maybe all of their problems will go away. And in fact, they are covered head to toe in butterflies by the end of the video.
Yes.
She was told by the band, just be sure to include butterflies, and was given no other instructions.
That's what all of the directors were told.
And as long as I don't have the wrong person here, I'm pretty sure I have this correct. When the band reached out to her, she was already a fan of the band and was blown away by having the opportunity to make this video for the band. So Jason Galea, if you are listening, I don't know how to make a video,
No.
so don't ask me anything.
Don't ask us to do anything. We have no marketable skills. We're only podcasters. One of the characters also has a lot of hair falling in front of his face, and he's kind of got a weird shape face. And there's one shot, literally one shot, like 10 frames, where he looks exactly like a scrotum.
And yet somehow that is not the most genitalia inspired image that we get throughout the music videos for this record.
Is it not?
Oh, no.
What am I forgetting?
We'll get there.
We'll get there?
Oh, we'll get there. Boy, howdy, we will get there.
Okay.
All right, that's what I have for the video. It's an interesting, trippy video. Sometimes literally tripping.
Yeah. Let's fucking talk about sleep.
Dreams.
Well, yeah, but it's talking about sleep.
But the song is called Dreams.
Well, yes, the song is called Dreams, but it's about sleep.
So yeah, it's another sleep song from Stu. There are so many sleep songs from Stu.
There are.
I wonder if this guy has some sort of sleep disorder.
Yeah, it's called Being in a Band.
Honestly, that seems fair. It's a long song.
Yeah.
It's a nice melody.
Yeah.
It goes on maybe a little bit longer than it needs to. Personally.
I don't think so.
I think this one has less movement in it than some of the others. It gets a little repetitive to me.
I didn't feel that. I thought that Dreams was really well positioned in the record.
Oh, I definitely think it's where it needs to be as far as the sequencing of the record, which I think, by the way, the sequencing of the record, exquisite.
Yeah, this is one of the better sequenced records that they have. And there's no Mr. Beat in the middle.
Every song is where it needs to be. No song feels like it would be better placed elsewhere.
Or just cut entirely.
Yeah, I think this was excellently done. I think that it probably isn't since Polygon Dwanaland that we have had an album that is every song needs to be there and every song needs to be in the order it's in.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Rat's Nest, I guess.
Yeah, no, Rat's Nest is a pretty cohesive package.
But I'm not sure that like you couldn't have flipped Organ Farmer and Superbug and had it be just as okay.
Sure.
I don't think you could flip any two songs in this record in Butterfly.
No, I don't think you could. But I do think it's...
Maybe the Joey songs, maybe.
I do think that it is weird that the record ends twice. But we'll get there.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think you're talking about the end of Black Hot Soup and then the final two tracks.
Yes.
We will get there. There is a reason they did that.
I know. I
think that's fair.
The lyrics on the song are, you did mention it, very repetitive. This song does not have a lot of meat on its bones lyrics wise.
Yeah, and it's a lovely tune. I think melodically it is very nice. It is very dreamlike. It's drifting off more than it is the dream itself. Yeah. I guess you could say that what was our last dream song that was about drifting off? Sleep Drifter.
Sleep Drifter.
So that was multiple sleep songs ago. Back in Flying Microtonal Banana. And I thematically, lyrically, it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
There's some fun stuff here. It's just a little repetitive. That's my thought.
There's I don't know. I thought that this song felt like a sunny day.
Sure. A day that you want to just sleep in a sunbeam.
Yeah. And what I really like is that main line, I only want to wake up in my dream. I only feel awake in the night. Like, that main line starts with Stu in his falsetto and moves down to chest voice, and he navigates his break so cleanly that you don't even really notice.
Oh, yeah. No, it is masterfully done. That is such a hard thing to do.
He has such good control of his voice.
If you are a singer, you know how hard it is to navigate the break, especially if you're not classically trained.
Sure.
And it's something that, like I said, I've been working on my falsetto. I took singing lessons for a while. One of the things that we focused on a lot was navigating that break. It is challenging, and it's especially challenging to do when you're singing quietly.
Yes.
And Stu is not belting here.
No, I don't think he belts on any part of this record.
Hey, there are a lot of woos.
There are some woos, but even those aren't really belted.
There are some strong woos.
Okay.
They're not aggressive woos.
Sure.
But there's some strong woos. Yeah, it is, I think, very well performed throughout. I like the reference to a castle in the air.
There is a reference to the castle in the air from Polygon Wonderland.
Once again, a connection with Polly.
During the refrain, there is a section from Blue Morpho. Not Blue Morpho. During the refrain, yeah, it is Blue Morpho. There's a section from Blue Morpho in the refrain.
Yes.
Which is really cool. And then we go right into Blue Morpho right after this. So I love, again, they've teed up what's coming next, and it just works beautifully.
Yeah, and Dreams and Blue Morpho really are a pair. Blue Morpho began as an outro to Dreams.
Yes.
And grew from there. And really, while the songs are not, they don't sound the same.
No.
But they really do have to be listened to together. Both thematically, they are related. Musically, they are connected. Dreams is about dreaming.
Yes.
Blue Morpho is dreaming.
Yes, Blue Morpho is the dream that Dreams is talking about.
And that's matched in the music videos for both.
Yes, they are both by Jamie Wolf. Jamie Wolf is apparently a well-regarded music video director, having worked for artists like King Cruel and the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
And so
these are, again, animated.
Yeah, these are very animated, very trippy, very like exaggerated features on all of the characters.
I was reminded of, if you've ever seen Rocko's Modern Life from Nickelodeon.
Sure.
I was reminded very strongly of animation like that in both of these two videos.
So Jamie actually talked about some of her influence. Jamie talked about taking influence from one of her favorite Popeye episodes, wanting to create an ode to Olive Oil's experience of sleepwalking into, quote, a series of precarious situations. And then apparently she also leafed through Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams.
Yeah.
According to an article in It's Nice That. And that was, okay, if you can find the article from It's Nice That, where they go through all the music videos, it's a really cool read.
Yes,
if you want to go deep on the music videos, really
highly
make sure you find that.
Yes, highly recommend that. So the other inspiration for the music video Dreams,
yes,
was her actual dreams and the dreams of the people that she knows.
Imagine remembering your dreams well enough to do that.
I mean, I can't, but if I knew I was an active dreamer and I was making a music video for a song called Dreams,
you'd probably start writing them down.
I would start a dream journal for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And I would ask my friends to do the same. And it's very surreal. There's a lot of animated and patterned butterflies, but there's also somebody using a fly swatter to try and kill the butterflies.
Yeah.
We see a bunch of these different dreams in these different squares that look to me like they're like TV screens in like a CCTV security room.
Right. Except every screen is different of the same character, but every screen is different and different angles and different actions.
And then sometimes the image is interspersed across multiple of the screens, like multiple screens making up one larger one.
It really seems like she was just creative there without worrying too much about like a consistent rule set.
Right. This is a dreamy sort of situation, right? While the song itself, Stu is talking about falling asleep and wanting to dream, the music video is dreams.
Yeah.
But within the song Blue Morpho, which, as we mentioned, this is the actual dreaming.
Yes.
For the song. For the music video, she has what she said is, quote, Similar to the Dreams video, the point of each individual shot is more about the energy behind the action as opposed to the action itself. I think my literal pitch was the dreams of the dreamers in the Dreams video.
Okay.
So all of the characters in the Dreams video, who are themselves dreams, have their own dreams. We're inceptioning this shit.
Sure.
And so it's even more chaotic and even more trippy and off-putting and removed from our reality than the Dreams video.
Yeah.
Which was already very surreal and chaotic and trippy. The motion is really fluid, but it's also really rapid and unsettling. Like, people are being bound in their own cocoons and becoming butterflies themselves. There was also some sort of weird railroad.
Yeah,
there's just a lot going on. But I love that connection that Dreams and Blue Morpho, these two related songs, also have these two related music videos.
Mm-hmm.
And they're connected in this way. It's so satisfying. Yeah, exactly. It is a brilliant concept that is executed very well. And I'm not sure that, like, it's my favorite music video on its own.
No, I don't think so either.
But conceptually and the way that it relates to the songs itself,
yeah, works
so well.
I wrote down that this video actually helped explain the album for me.
I think I can get that.
Because I just wrote down, this is what the music feels like. It is dancing cartoon people of unspecified gender going through transformation.
Yeah.
Like,
this is a very trans record.
It was always going to be, but it's definitely not.
It's not, but it is, because the transition...
Because anytime you have this big transition theme, it's always going to relate back to trans people in some way or another.
Right,
whether you want it to or not.
But it also reflects lived experiences of non-trans people.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't care about non-trans people.
So true, though, bestie.
So let's talk about, since we talked about the music video for Blue Morpho, the song itself.
Yeah, and my first thought when we heard Blue Morpho was, a Joey song.
It's not, though.
It's not. It's a Stu song.
It's slower. It's trippier than Dreams. Again, makes sense. This is our dream.
I thought that haunting. This was the searching of this record.
Sure, that makes sense.
Like, to draw more
searching
Polygon Dwanaland.
Yeah.
Like, this felt like searching. It's spacey without really being spacey. It's got that slow, reflective vibe to it. And is really intricately put together.
Yeah. We've got a very haunting song. We have our references to Morpheus, the god of dreaming.
Yep.
Who is essentially welcoming Stu or whoever our protagonist is here into the world of dreams and then sending him back at the end of the song. But also, we get a reference to Anamnesis, which is the name of one of the Chunky Shrapnel songs.
Yeah.
Anamnesis is the act of remembering. Anamnesis would literally be not having amnesia.
Okay.
Is the origin of how that word is put together. Or non-amnesian.
Okay.
And so this is our dream itself, or the process of dreaming itself. I think that, I want to talk about the music, but before the music, a little bit more about the lyric itself. We're falling upward through clouds of glue. We have these visions of this beautiful blue butterfly, the Blue Morpho, and I know I've referenced the Zhuangzi before on more than one record.
Bring it up.
But one of the most famous stories in the ancient Chinese work of philosophy, the Zhuangzi, is about the author, Zhuangzi himself, falling asleep and dreaming that he was a butterfly.
Well, yeah, it makes sense that you would bring that up then.
Yeah, no shit. And he realizes he doesn't know whether he was a man who had dreamed he was a butterfly, or whether he was a butterfly that is currently dreaming that it is a man.
Who cares what the
and
difference
that's the
is?
point. And that's the fucking point of the story, because the Zhuangzi is all about false dichotomy and how this distinction between good and bad, right and wrong, dreaming and wakefulness is
Real and fake.
right. It's all wrong. It's all bullshit. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Thinking for yourself is an overrated thing.
Oh, I've heard that before.
I know, because that's the first time I brought up the Zhuangzi in this podcast. And so like I can't not bring that up in this particular context, because we've got a song about dreaming about butterflies and being a butterfly. So I have to wonder at this point, is that like, okay, sure, it's a sensible thing to come up with on your own, but it's a little too on the nose.
Sure, it's been done before.
Thousands of years ago.
Well,
but yeah, the conclusion is it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a butterfly. It doesn't matter whether you're dreaming or you're awake. Just let it be. Let the river
as long as it
take
feels
you.
real, it's real.
Let the river take you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So, all right, but the music.
The music. There's a moment in this song where I know it must be a synth patch, but there's a moment that feels like an accordion. And it's brief, and it's only there for 2 phrases in the entire song. But there is a moment that feels like an accordion, which I think is the first time we've gotten that in a Giz song.
Are you sure it's not the Wurlitzer?
Is it the Wurlitzer?
I mean, the Wurlitzer on this track is so good.
It could be the Wurlitzer.
It could be the Whirly.
I forgot the Whirly was here.
Yeah, we have the Whirly. The Whirly's great. Love the Whirly. I'm a big fan of a Wurlitzer in general, because how can you not be a fan of a Wurlitzer?
Sure.
We also get some fun ambi saxophone.
Yes, this song features ambi on the sax, which I didn't notice while listening to it.
Oh, that's a shame. I noticed it and I loved it. That was on my first listen. I was like, is that saxophone? Who's playing the sax on this?
Apparently ambi.
It's ambi. Yeah, love it.
There's a section after that where it just turns into a really clubby 4 on the floor.
Yeah, and the 4 on the floor bass, it starts in the second instrumental break.
Yeah.
Just drives everything for the rest of the song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a surprise when it starts, and it shouldn't fit, but it does.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like I said at the start when we were talking about yours, it's the rhythm section that I think really drives this record, because the bass gives it a lot of interest throughout. They're just great bass lines throughout on this record, but the drums are there to change the vibe. Yes. Every time on this album that there is a shift in tone, every time in this album that there is a shift in vibe where you need to be feeling something different from what you just were, it's because Cavs did something different. And especially with the fact that we have the synth loops that go throughout, and most of our vocals stay up in that higher register throughout, that so much of it is this dreamy quality, not just on the song Dreams or Blue Morpho that are literally about dreams,
mm-hmm.
but throughout the entire record, having that punctuation that we're doing something different now,
mm-hmm.
all coming from the drums, really, that I think is what keeps this from floating away into escapism and just like, oh, this is going to be either too saccharine to listen to,
yes,
or just too floaty to grab a hand on.
I think that's so fair.
So thank you, Cavs.
Thank you, Cavs. Cavs is such a great drummer.
Cavs is so good. But that first instrumental break in Blue Morpho, I mean, that hits so good.
Oh, yeah. Like
that's our whirly, that's our saxophone, as my girlfriend would say, saxophone.
Blue Morpho is my second favorite song on this record.
Blue Morpho, I would say, is 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's just good.
It's so good. I would say, yeah, I'm gonna say tied for second favorite.
Okay, perfect. You want to move on to Interior People?
Sure. My 4th favorite song on the record.
Interior People. It's Joey and Stu, and it opens with a really strong intro with a plucked instrument, and my first thought was, I like this, and it reminds me of Relient K.
It quotes Shanghai.
It does quote Shanghai. And I thought really hard about why it reminded me of Relient K, because I couldn't really put my finger on
Is
it.
that just because it's a mental health song?
No. It's because of the plucked acoustic feeling instrument with a piano layered right below it playing the exact same thing, much quieter.
I gotta say, for folks who have been with us from the beginning, for folks that listened to our Anglesey record or Anglesey episode,
Yeah.
episode 0,
Yeah.
fucking ages ago,
Yeah,
we had a drinking game.
we did.
And that drinking game was take a drink anytime that I sing, which has happened quite a lot.
It has.
Surprisingly, Noelle has also sung a bunch on this show.
I have.
But Noelle's part of the drinking game was take a drink every time Noelle mentions Christian rock or Christian metal or Christian music at all.
Sure.
And that has been a surprisingly dull part of the drinking game.
I've already got 2 of them in
But
this
you've got
episode
2
alone.
on this episode. Owl City and Relient K.
Not only that, but the Owl City record that You Know Fireflies from was half written by Matt Thiessen of Relient K.
Oh, I don't know the album at all
Right, but you know the one song.
because it was everywhere. It was bad.
Do you know his other really famous song?
No?
Good Time featuring Carly Rae Jepsen?
No.
Actually, no, he's the feature on Carly Rae's song.
No, I don't know it at all.
Interesting.
I don't know Carly Rae.
That one was huge.
I don't know Carly Rae.
Okay, we need to get you acquainted with Carly Rae.
Not if it means I have to listen to Owl City.
You should listen to Emotion. Emotion is a goated album.
Not if it makes me listen to Owl City.
It's not on this album.
Okay, then good. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I hate you.
I know.
You're so mean to me.
I am.
You take the things that I love and you suck all of the joy out of them. It's a miracle you haven't ruined King Gizzard for me.
Wow. Honestly, fair.
It's you and Emma constantly pointing out things that I've never thought about before, and you just point it out and you're like, "Oh, I hated that," and then I go, "Wait, should I also hate that?"
Probably not. You should probably love things. It's way better to like things than it is to hate them.
But what if I'm wrong?
Well, you probably are. Isn't it better to be
That's the
ignorant and
problem.
blissful?
Ignorance is bliss, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to take a drink for that one because technically you kind of have to take a drink for that one because when I said ignorance is bliss, isn't it? I was intentionally referencing a Beartooth song, but it was a Beartooth song from I think their first album, which is back when they were still a Christian band. So you know what? You can take another drink.
But also, that's just a cliche phrase.
I know, but the isn't it
When I
at
was-
the end. The isn't it
Okay.
at the end.
Okay, whatever. Just drink. Just fucking drink while you listen to this show. It's the only way to get through it.
Yeah, there's throughout the song we hear a lot of Stu and Joey singing at the same time, and Joey's vocal is like an octave lower than Stu's.
Yes.
Really breaks it up. Like at this point in the record, we really needed to get some of that to balance out how high everything has been.
And we go right back to the falsetto after this. There's just so much falsetto.
There's so much falsetto. And then there's after that first section where Joey and Stu are singing together, there's an acoustic line that comes in where the acoustic guitar comes in and is really strongly featured in an instrumental. And then it just never stops for the rest of the song. It keeps playing mostly that line.
Even when we have a darker moment in an instrumental section.
Yeah. And Stu has mentioned that the acoustic guitar feels really bright to him. And so, that's why it's here on the record so much, is because that was his bright tone that he was chasing along with the synths.
Right. There's something about an acoustic guitar, and he wasn't sure what, that just felt brighter and happier and more innocent than an electric guitar, which, like Noelle just said, is the reason he went with it.
And I think he's right, especially if you put copper strings on. Whoo, boy.
So he talks about this in the Stereogum interview, and the interviewer suggests a reason why this might be the case, being that for guitarists, most of them learn on acoustic before going to electric.
That is, I don't know that that's true, but it feels true.
So, I mean, you know me, I don't play guitar.
Yeah.
So fuck if I know. But
hey, you played guitar on one of our tracks.
I did. That's true.
Yeah, you strummed a single power chord, and I was so proud of you.
Yeah, it was great. And so the idea being that if somebody starts out with acoustic, then that'll remind them of simpler, earlier days in their life, and nostalgia is often this brighter thing.
Yes.
I think also a lot of it is just so much of electric guitar ends up going and through like distortion pedals and shit.
And recently, especially Octavers.
Right. And acoustic guitar, we generally don't see that with as much of a pedal chain or as processed. The acoustic guitar is
unless
still
you're
very...
someone like Billy who's doing this like really freaky thing.
Oh, there's plenty you can do with an acoustic guitar, but like standard acoustic guitar, we're thinking, 3 chords around a campfire, or we're thinking singer-songwriter at the coffee shop open mic, and those tend to be brighter.
Yes.
So I think that some of those might be the connections that lead to that brightness feeling, because you can make an electric guitar as bright as you want.
And you can make an acoustic as dark as you want.
Absolutely. But I think that might be like what music people think of when they think of each instrument. Like, you don't think of people playing death metal on an acoustic.
No.
It's not the instrument for it.
You wouldn't think of Hurt by Nine Inch Nails on an acoustic.
Right.
Maybe Hurt by Johnny Cash.
Absolutely. But
they have very different feelings.
Right. Although Hurt by Johnny Cash is also a dark song.
It is. They are both very dark.
So, and there is a darker moment in the instrumental for Interior People, and it's kind of the first dark moment we have on the record.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Is that the moment where... Okay, is that the instrumental... Okay. Sorry.
I didn't write down which instrumental it is,
Okay.
Unfortunately.
But tell me about the darkness. Tell me what you heard.
I wrote down that there's a darker moment in the instrumental.
Okay, so there's... Okay. Well, that's fair.
You're trying to get more out of me than I have in my notes, and I like Interior People a lot. In fact, like I said, it's my 4th favorite song on the record, maybe 5th. Shanghai's really good.
Shanghai's really good.
But it is also the song that, for whatever reason, sticks with me maybe the least. It's the one that's never gotten caught in my head.
Interesting.
I just can't remember. Like, I can remember the melody for the chorus, but I can't remember the melody for the verses ever.
Interior.
That's the chorus.
Yeah.
I said I can't remember the melody for the verses. So that wasn't helpful at all.
I keep thinking someone, I think that's right, is standing beside... Nope, that's wrong. I don't know how the verses go.
C.
D.
Boo. No, this is probably not an album that's written in D.
No.
That would be too dark.
Just put the entire record in drop C sharp. Let's do it.
But I think also a lot of the reason why this song is darker is it's a mental health song.
It is.
It's a song about Joey being frequently depressed.
Yeah, and Joey said it was about the internal battle of questioning your own sanity and the joy that comes in letting go and surrendering to the void. That sounds to me like depression.
It sounds like depression. It sounds like a little bit of like a dialectical behavioral therapy sort of thing.
Sure.
Acceptance, radical acceptance.
Yeah.
But
which allows you to float down the river.
Right. But the main, like the chorus and the title, Interior People, like that's a completely different kind of therapy. That's internal family systems therapy.
Right.
Which is a really fascinating therapeutic tool that I have a little bit of experience in personally, receiving.
It's the
not
primary
giving.
therapy that my current therapist uses.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So you're doing IFS now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
we're doing
neat.
IFS.
Yeah, I haven't been doing IFS since I've been focusing primarily on OCD stuff,
That makes sense.
but it's really cool. I like the concept of IFS.
Well, just remember, there are no bad parts, which means the part of you that wants to spiral about everything all the time isn't a bad part.
There are no bad parts, only bad people. Is that not the message I'm supposed to take away?
Is that a play on the idea of there are no small parts?
I don't think so. I think I was
Okay,
going...
there's an idea in theater of there are no small parts, just small actors.
Right. But I don't think that's what I was going for. I
Okay,
think I
well,
was
that's
trying to
what
play off of
struck me.
something else, but I can't remember what else I was trying to play. So maybe that was
Jesus
it.
Christ, we're at an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're bad at podcasting.
We're so bad at... We have a whole remix record to get through.
Hey, we are not going through every track on that.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, interior people. We can talk
Interior
about this.
people.
We can actually talk about this.
The instrumental break, we get the main riff from Shanghai,
Yeah.
which is great. I love that. And then we get my favorite standalone line on the entire record.
Oh?
Punch through the drywall inside my skull.
Okay, that's a good lyric.
That's such a good lyric, and it makes me so happy every single time I hear it.
So, most of what I have remaining to talk about this song, because like I said, this song was hard. I liked it a lot, but it was hard to stick for me. I mostly have the music video to talk about at this point.
I have a little bit more about the song.
Okay, please.
At the very end, we get the acoustic riff again on its own, but it's been embellished. And the embellishments are mainly accidentals or slides.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to have to listen to that.
And it's polymetric.
Yeah, this is a very layered polymetric song.
And the accidentals that are chosen there feel very Polygon Land.
Interesting.
Like, the end of this song always makes me think of Poly.
That might be what I was thinking of when I said darker moment in the instrumental then.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Just at the very end there, it's incredible.
That could be very well what I was referring to. Look at me taking great notes. And yeah, and this is certainly one of the more layered, one of the more polymetric, or one of the more obviously polymetric songs. I think most of the songs on this album have some degree of time signature fuckery.
Yeah.
But this one, it is quite apparent. I tried to find a breakdown of the time signatures in the album as a whole, and I couldn't find anybody doing it.
Okay.
Most of what I could find when trying to search for this, although possibly it's just because Google has gotten so bad that maybe I just can't find it, but it's out there. But mostly what I could find was people talking about, one, hey, this feels like Polygon Land 2, which, yeah, I already knew that. And two, specifically people were saying, oh yeah, Interior People has this really layered polymetric shit going on. And I thought that's a really weird thing to say because it's on so much of the album from the start to the finish.
Right.
So I don't really know why you're calling out Interior People specifically, but people seem to really think that Interior People has that polymeter. Personally, I think that the part of the album where that stands out the most is in Catching Smoke. Personally.
Okay.
But
yeah, let's talk about the video directed by Ivan Dixon.
yes, okay.
So this is my favorite video on the album, and it's not fucking close.
Oh, agreed. Absolutely agreed. This is up there with the best music videos that the band has put out.
Oh, yeah.
This is so good. So it's 2D animation. To me, it's very reminiscent of like Dr. Seuss books in the way that the landscape is drawn.
Okay, but it's a little less silly.
It's a little bit less silly, but not that much less. There's like a lot of, specifically like the way that the greenery, the plants are all drawn with like these spirals at the end. And
Sure.
the way that, so there are a bunch of like purple crumbling towers
Crumbling castles, yes.
dotting the landscape that feel like they're right out of a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
Like the landscape, not necessarily the characters, definitely
Sure.
not the characters, but the landscape feels very Seussian to me.
Yes. And the characters, like the director said that one of the inspirations for this music
Heavy
video.
metal.
What?
Heavy metal. The movie Heavy Metal.
Yes, the movie Heavy Metal, but also, more importantly, I think for the character design, is Nausicaa.
Yes, also Nausicaa, but I think personally, I think the character design a lot from Heavy Metal is
I
what
haven't
got.
seen Heavy Metal. I really ought to.
You really ought to.
Let's put that on my watch list.
Okay.
Yeah, we should watch Heavy Metal.
I'll be honest, I know Heavy Metal less from Heavy Metal. I know more of it from the South Park parody of Heavy Metal.
Totally fair. I mean, it's not fair. South Park sucks ass.
Oh, they absolutely do, but I used to be a chud when I was a kid. Okay.
I mean, who didn't?
I wasn't that much of a chud, but I was wrong.
Oh, yeah. Everyone was always wrong as a kid, and I have to keep telling myself that because of how wrong I was.
Oh, you were so wrong. You were way wronger than I was.
I was way wronger than you were.
So our characters...
Which, of course, makes me question whether I've ever been right and whether I'm right now.
True. So we have a woman who is in sort of like
woman?
butterfly flight suit.
I thought it was a dude.
No. Very much a woman. She gets naked. We see her.
Oh, right.
We very much know that she is a woman, or
You're right. We
at
do.
least femme presenting.
You're right. We do. I'm dumb.
You are.
Sorry, my first note is we have a small armored bug dude flying on the back of a moth.
Okay, so just before we actually see anything of her, you just assumed dude because of your phallocentric, your
My biases.
your misogynistic, patriarchal attitudes in life.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, no, this is a woman.
Yep.
She's in a sort of like butterfly flight suit, and she is riding a butterfly through a wasteland of destroyed purple towers and a lush green forest.
I'm sorry, but it looks like a moth to me.
It's a butterfly.
I know it is.
She flies towards a gigantic moon,
Mm-hmm.
and they land near a giant purple obelisk.
Yes.
She nuzzles the butterfly, removes her goggles to show her full face, and walks in. There's a bunch of caterpillar men and a giant pink vagina.
Perfect. It's everything I've ever wanted.
This is the other genital that I was referring to earlier.
Sure.
This is like some sort of cocoon, I guess, or I think according to the director, it was based on a particular kind of cocoon you can see sometimes in Australia,
Okay.
but it looks like a gigantic fucking vagina.
I did not piece that together when I was watching it.
It is shaped exactly like a fucking vagina.
I need to watch this video again.
I know that I spend a lot more time looking at yours than you probably look at your own,
Yeah.
but
Fair.
it's a vagina.
Fair.
She climbs inside of it.
As
I'm
you
sorry.
do.
First, she beats the caterpillars in combat.
Yeah,
Then-
hand-to-hand combat, and she punches them all out. Right as the lyric "punch through the drywall" comes in,
Yes.
she punches a wall.
Yes. She strips naked and enters the vagina, curls up into a fetal position.
Yes.
She becomes a butterfly and leaves with the tower collapsing behind her. She then joins her butterfly friend. Quote from the director: "The only direction from the band was to include butterflies to tie in with the album named Butterfly 3000. When I listened to Interior People, I immediately pictured something with momentum, like a wild road trip. That's where the idea of the protagonist riding a giant butterfly came from. The title made me think of cocoons. Maybe our hero was trying to find a cocoon to metamorphose into a butterfly herself. Little moments of affection between her and her butterfly could hint at a deeper bond between them. Were they lovers? With the cocoon, I really wanted to design the kind of thing you would find in a typical Australian garden as a kid. The ones with little sticks poking out of them. I've never seen those particular cocoons represented anywhere before.
Interesting.
Personally, I still think they look like vaginas.
Oh, I see the butterfly now. I just was looking at the image too large every time. When I look at it in the small format, I can cross my eyes and see the butterfly.
Oh, the magic eye.
Yeah, I can see the butterfly now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sorry. Distraction.
Anyway, great fucking video.
Great, fucking beautifully animated.
So good. Easily the best of the record, and up there with the best that the band has ever put out.
Yes. And then we move into Catching Smoke, which is my favorite song on the record.
Mine as well. This is a Stu Joey song. We have another kind of oriental sounding synth patch.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it sounds like, I can never remember which of the two instruments is which, but either a koto or I think it's a koto is what this sounds like.
I think probably, yeah.
So I'm just going to confidently go with, yeah, it sounds like a koto. The bass drum comes in strong.
Can I talk about that main riff for a second?
Yeah, please.
There are no sustained notes in the main riff.
No.
Every note is the eighth note.
Yeah.
And when there should be a sustained note, they just keep playing the same note over and over on the eighth.
So most of the synth loops have done that.
Have they?
Very few of the synth loops have had any sustain.
Okay. I just really noticed it in this one because there are
Interesting.
notes where, like, when I'm thinking about the song and playing it in my head, I hear the sustains, and then when I listen to it on the record, it's wrong.
Okay, interesting. There are a lot of repeated notes in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, there are.
I don't know I don't know what synths they were using. I don't know if they were able to do a sustained note or not. I know that on some of the sequencers and the synths that I have, it's not necessarily obvious how to do that.
Sure.
And different synths do it differently.
Yeah.
I have to imagine they could have figured it out if they wanted to.
But with these guys, yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I don't know what synths they were using. But yeah, it's not a huge surprise to me, given the way that sequencers work, that like, yeah, every note gets a beat.
Every note gets a note, yeah.
Every note gets a note. And oh, back to Interior People. I'm sorry, there's one more thing.
Okay.
I keep doing this. I have so many notes in this, and because of the music videos and everything else, there's just like giant blocks of text on my screen.
Okay.
When he first read the lyrics, Stu was apparently very concerned about Joey.
Yes, I remember reading that.
People,
yeah.
Because of the questioning of his own sanity. I know I can relate to questioning my own sanity. I know I can relate to questioning my own memory, especially.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too.
I tell the story sometimes of how when I think back on my life pre-transition, especially like my childhood, I don't picture the version of me that existed at the time. I just picture a smaller Yael.
Yeah.
Which obviously cannot have been how it was.
No.
And I have the photos. I don't necessarily mind looking at old photos of myself, but it doesn't look like me. It doesn't feel like me. And so since I know that those memories are wrong, because I picture them and I picture a smaller Yael, and as hard as I try, I cannot picture the way that I used to look at the time.
Yeah, you can't picture him.
I can't picture him. I know that my memory is wrong. So how can I trust my memory now?
You can't.
I can't.
Memories are fallible.
Yeah. I mean, Noelle, you went through that entire Manic episode. And
there's so much of that I don't remember.
Fair. But so much of I think the way that your mental illnesses present involves feeling like whatever's happening now has always been and always will be.
Oh yeah, even when I'm completely stable and euthemic, like.
Oh yeah, no, you have repeatedly gone, oh, I have been feeling this way for weeks, and I'm going, you weren't like this 2 days ago.
Yes, I was. It's been forever.
And like, there's just so much disconnect there. When you were manic in particular, how much of it you thought this is how you've always been?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it quite frankly wasn't.
Right.
So yeah, questioning your own sanity, I get that.
Yeah. Let's go back to Catching Smoke.
Yeah, sorry. Back to Catching Smoke, the better song.
So there's a moment in Catching Smoke where they say the lyric, everybody here is catching smoke.
Yeah.
And then there are hand claps. And the hand claps are such a clever move there because, like, they're so common in electronic music. But we haven't really heard them be used as a snare.
Sure.
They feel more organic than a lot of what we get on this record, while still feeling very electronic.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so clever. It grounds the song really nicely.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. And I think those hand claps kind of give it that intra-sporty kind of vibe.
Yes.
Makes sense, given that Joey was involved in writing this song. Also, the chorus just fucks.
Everybody here is catching smoke. Not in falsetto. Is it? I don't remember.
Oh, God, you're having me question my own reality.
Okay, let's move on.
So,
did you get the note as to what the lyric, I've got happiness in my pocket, it cost me $25. Did you get context as
it's drugs.
Okay, yeah.
It's drugs.
It is drugs.
So yeah, this entire song is about drugs. It's about drugs. It's about out-of-body experiences that you get from taking drugs. It's about the fact that you take drugs to chase a feeling that you can't actually ever get. That when you take the drugs, it's never going to feel quite as good as you want it to.
Except for the first time.
Exactly. But hey, like there's still hedonism in drugs, and
Yeah.
sometimes that hedonism is nice, and sometimes it's maybe not so nice, but sometimes it's nice
Yeah.
to just have this careless abandon. Stu says here, I think this is the most hedonistic song that we've ever written. In the narrative of the record, it was the one time that we were allowed to do this and not feel guilty about it. And I suppose it's just about embracing that butterfly state and about embracing that kind of hedonistic headspace and actively seeking it. You're moving on from interior people where you're questioning if you're in it or not. And this song is about going there even for one night.
There you go.
So again, it has to be sequenced in the way that it's sequenced.
It has to be sequenced in the way that it's sequenced. There's also the lyric here, rolling up pineapples. Do you know what that lyric means?
That one, no idea.
I know what that one means.
Please tell.
Pineapples refer to a $50 note, which is yellow
In Australia?
in Australia.
Okay.
So rolling up pineapples is basically saying we're doing coke.
Or some other snortable drug.
Or some other snortable drug.
There are
But
plenty of snortable drugs.
I don't know what the snortable drugs are. I'm a
Because
very
you're not
good
allowed
girl.
to do very many of them.
I'm a very good girl.
That's right. That's right, you are. There's also a very weird reference to the Oval Office right at the beginning.
Open the doors to the Oval Office. In this story, I'm president.
And what the fuck?
Obviously, that's a reference to the fact that every single president that we've ever had has been coked out of their mind in order to keep up with the job.
Yeah, John Adams. How dare you?
Yeah, you're canceled.
Is the band just American at this point?
No. They spend all their time here, but
Well, except for Ambi, who's in Perth.
Ambi's in Perth. But you don't see them doing 7 shows in Australia.
Not this year. No, we see them doing a bunch of shows at Candy.
I don't understand how that happened.
Stu calls up a coffee shop he likes and goes, hey, can I play a bunch of synth music here? I haven't heard any of it because I'm worried that it's going to be too similar to alien metal.
Right.
Hey, guys, we're getting alien metal.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last time, didn't we?
I don't think it had been announced last time because last
Oh.
time was 2 weeks ago.
Well, then, yeah, we're getting a new record called Alien Metal, which is apparently based on the lead single. Sounds very similar to The Prodigy, I guess.
I guess it's dance music. It's techno. We haven't heard it. We haven't heard Level 5, the single that is currently out.
I'm imagining that we will hear it during the after parties at Field of Vision.
If not at Field of Vision itself.
If not, well, yeah, almost certainly during the show, yeah.
But we have not heard it yet, so I am very sad to be missing out on the album cycle excitement
Yeah.
of the rest of the fan base, but we can't listen to that. So if you want to hear podcasting about Alien Metal and Level 5 and the excitement, go check out our friends at Podagon Infinity.
Or wait until February when we get there.
Or wait until February when we get there. But if you're really itching for it, check out Podagon Infinity.
Yeah.
They're good guys.
They're so good.
In the meantime, Catching Smoke.
Everybody here is.
Catching Smoke.
There's a music video
There is.
directed by Danny Cohen, who also did People Vultures and Gamma Knife.
Oh, those were good videos. Those
Those
fun.
were good
those
videos.
Were fun videos.
And those, knowing that it's the same guy, really provides a lot of context for this one because it's a live action video with the band all wearing suits except for Stu.
Yeah, everybody's wearing a green suit except for Stu, who is wearing a cocoon.
They were brown suits.
They were brown?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sorry.
colorblind. I've mentioned it before.
Yep.
I don't know what colors are. Stu is wearing a cocoon.
Stu is wearing a cocoon.
Okay,
Also-
so at least tell me that the curtains on the wall were green.
I have no idea what the curtains on the wall were.
There were in a very weirdly empty room with what I thought were green curtains matching everybody's green suits, but apparently the suits weren't green, so fuck if I know what color the curtains were. I guess sometimes the curtains are just blue.
Hold up. I am pulling it up on YouTube really quickly just so I can see. They are wearing brown suits and the curtains are tan.
God damn it. Fuck
No, I
everything.
guess their suits are, some of them are brown, some of them are tan.
But none of them are green.
None of them are green.
Fuck me.
This is very much the beginning of this video is meant to look pretty bland and neutral.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. The only thing that's supposed to look like it's
Off
and eye-catching is Stu's Cocoon.
Well, almost.
Almost.
They also zoom in on the sheet music at one point.
Yeah, they zoom in on the sheet music at Stu's piano, and it is definitely not standard notation.
Definitely not. It's squiggles and
It looks
symbols.
It looks somewhat like a cross between standard notation and old style Gregorian chant notation,
Yeah.
but not
Where
quite.
it clearly means something,
but
but
not quite either, and not really in between, but kind of inspired by both.
yeah.
It's weird.
And that leads to another thought, which is that at this point in the video, 3 of them are sitting at acoustic pianos.
Right, and
Or at least acoustic
well,
looking
not
pianos.
all sitting, because Ambi is standing at his with a very wide stance.
That is true. I fucking love Ambi.
I love Ambi. And there's one other very weird thing.
What's the other weird thing?
Nobody has eyebrows.
I didn't notice that while watching it, but I did read a comment about that.
Yet nobody has eyebrows.
Nobody has eyebrows.
Everybody's eyebrows are gone. There's a tape reel as well.
Yep, which is very Giz.
Love a tape reel.
And then,
Midway through the music video,
yep,
about the halfway point, Stu stands up and metamorphoses into a butterfly. We go from
Yep.
this very liminal, very bland space to now everything is filled with color. And now it's not just the 6 members of the band. There are also a bunch of dancers with fuzzy
everybody's in costume.
green arm warmers and hats. And I hope that these were green. Maybe they're yellow.
I think they were yellow. They were yellow.
Damn it. And yeah, everybody is in costume. In some sort of insecty outfit. Now the lack of eyebrows is way more obvious than it was before. The dancers mimic caterpillars or something in their dance. And everybody does a fucking line dance at the
I
end?
didn't understand why they were line dancing.
Why were they line dancing?
I don't know, but I do want to call out the costuming is all fantastic and it's all over the top, and that's what looks like fucking Dr. Seuss to me.
So fair. The caterpillar dancers, very, very Susie.
Yeah, very Seussy. Ambi's wearing a pink dress.
Love it. I'm a big fan of pink, and I'm a big fan of dresses.
One of them was wearing an outfit that looked like a ladybug.
Yeah, just altogether great insect outfits.
Incredible work.
Yeah.
I wish I would have written down the name of the costume designer because she did a great job. But the costume designer is called out in one of the interviews that we were reading from. I don't remember what it was called. I'm so sorry. I'm going to cut that entirely.
Because it embarrasses you. If it was something that embarrassed me, you'd have left it.
Probably.
I know how you operate.
Yeah.
2.02 killer year.
2.02 killer year. It's a Stu Ambi song. And do you know what my first note is on this one?
What?
Yael does not look happy/amused. Because we listened to the record for the first time, sitting together, not talking to each other, but each taking our own notes. And I looked over at Yael at this point, and there was a look on her face. And I don't know for sure what that look was, but she did not look happy.
I also don't know what that look was because I don't have anything against this song. I don't have anything particularly this was not one of my favorite songs. It was not a bad song. It was fine.
It's my least favorite song on the record.
Oh?
Yeah. It just never clicked for me. It never... I can't... Without looking at the lyrics, I don't think I could hum you a single note of it.
Oh, that's interesting. I absolutely could. Part of that, I think, is because of that reference to the Beach Boys.
That's right. It does reference the Beach Boys right away.
Yep.
It's coming up, Beach Boys. But see, I needed to be
gonna
prompted for that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need to be prompted for that. I feel like that's pretty clear. But hey, everybody's different. So yeah, it's a song about optimism and being destructive in your optimism or using optimism to get through disaster.
I think that's it. Is using your optimism as distraction.
I think it's all of the above, but definitely that. it's about global warming and climate catastrophe yet again. I mean, this band goes to their themes.
Yeah, they know what they're about.
They know what they're about. It's people using surfing to distract themselves from rising sea levels. Once again, I get the sense that, like he says in Muddy Water, Stu doesn't particularly care for the beach or beach sports, and he doesn't necessarily think very highly of the people that do.
Nope.
He calls out the Beach Boys, like, you know, good old surf music. Not necessarily saying that the Beach Boys are bad, although when we talk about the remix record, the Bull Ant remix of this song is titled the Fuck Mike Love remix.
Because fuck Mike Love.
Seriously, fuck Mike Love. Bad dude.
And not in the fun way.
No. But yeah, this song is about like, hey, the waves are bigger than a house because we have fucked the planet. But hey, I guess that is fun to surf.
Yeah, so let's go surfing.
Let's go surfing.
Surfing Australia.
So the title is a play on 2.02 kilo years, KILO, like 2.02 thousand years. Or 2020?
Sure.
Because 2020 is a global disaster.
The
reasoning for this being that there are a series of global, like, historical events, climactic events that have shaped world history.
Yes.
One of them, for example, is the 4.2 kilo year event, an event that happened 4.2 thousand years ago, or approximately 2200 BCE.
Okay.
It was a massive drought that lasted approximately 100 years for a large portion of the globe.
Okay.
That many scientists believe contributed to massive societal change that happened throughout the world in that century approximately and shortly thereafter. So like the old kingdom of Egypt may have fallen because of this event. The Indus Valley civilization may have collapsed because of this event, and similar throughout a large portion of the world. Not all scientists agree that this particular climactic event was quite as global as others say. Not all say it's the primary reasoning for these various societal collapses, but the idea of the 4.2 kilo year event or similarly named events is, hey, massive entire society or many society changing climactic events.
Yeah.
And so we're using that language to treat 2020 or like in general our current era as being one of these major society destroying events caused by climate, and also, hey, COVID as well, because we're specifically referencing 2020 and not just the all of current life.
Right.
Also, Ambi raps.
Ambi kind of raps.
Ambi, quote unquote, raps.
Ambi, quote unquote, raps.
Is this what people mean when they say that Giz has a shelved rap album? Does it sound like this, or is it actual rap?
I genuinely do not know.
Because this is now our second time where people have said that Ambi raps, and it's something close to rap.
But it's not.
But it's not really rap. But then after the rap, there's a really sudden change in the music.
What's that change?
I didn't know how to describe it.
Oh, okay.
It changes very abruptly the moment that the rap ends, because the rap feels like it fits with everything that came before it. It's a song that's kind of in three parts. It's normal, then it's normal plus rap, and then it's different.
Yeah.
I think it's high energy.
Sure.
It keeps the energy from the rap, but changes the
tonality.
Everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a different song. It feels like it's a completely different song. Again, my notes for this album are not good. But you didn't have any note about the song changing.
I didn't have any note about the song changing there. I didn't think it was notable.
At least half a thing is better than nothing.
Half a thing is better than nothing. You heard it here first, folks.
We're great at podcasting.
Oof, we are 2 hours in.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry, everybody. All right, well, let's just go to the music video because neither of us clearly have a lot to say here.
The music video is directed by Sophie Coco Gate, and it is 3D rendered in Maya and Unreal.
Animation from Laser Days Studio.
Yes, because Sophie drew it 2D and then sent it to the studio to get it converted to 3D.
There are a bunch of purple figures that all have a sprout on their head, dancing in flowers and sitting at toadstools, eating sandwiches from their briefcases.
Yes.
Except one of them doesn't have a sandwich in his briefcase.
Oh, no.
One of them has a butterfly in his briefcase.
You can't eat that.
So he gets up and he runs off a cliff. By the way, all of these purple figures with sprouts have tennis shoes and ties.
Yeah, they're all businessmen.
Yeah, but tennis shoe wearing casual businessmen, no loafers.
Oh, yeah, no.
So he runs off a cliff only to be saved by a giant swarm of butterflies.
What's the plural word for butterflies? Like what's is this? It's not a
I'm gonna go with a
school or
flutter.
flock.
I'm gonna
Flutter?
guess flutter. I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna
Ooh.
guess flutter. If I'm correct, I feel like I should win something. The prize that you left earlier by not knowing which songs had electric guitar.
The collective noun. Apparently, there are a couple collective nouns. The first one is kaleidoscope.
A kaleidoscope of butterflies. That's a little on the nose, don't you think?
I mean, given the album cover, yeah, a
Yeah.
little.
All right, but are any of them flutter?
Yeah, the second one is flutter.
Yeah! Fucking called it. Fucking nailed it. I should win a prize.
You should win a prize, and that
I should
prize
win
will be
second.
getting dinner after this.
Okay, I should win second prize, I guess.
Okay,
for
I'll eat
having
dinner
the-
first.
Okay, yeah, so saved by a flutter of butterflies or a kaleidoscope of butterflies, then a large butterfly pollinates a flower, and more of these purple guys sing Ambi's verse rap thing. Then they all jump off of a cliff, or some of them lie on the ground with butterflies flying out of their mouths and eyes.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
it.
the moon has a face
Also, the moon has a face.
for some reason.
Yeah.
So something that surprised me about this video
Yep.
is that this is the one that aired on Adult Swim.
What?
This is the video that aired on Adult Swim in their series Off the Air.
Not Dreams in Blue Morpho?
Nope.
This one.
This is the one.
Not
I thought this was one of the worst videos.
Interior People. This was not interesting to me. I don't know. I think that part of that might have been that the song also wasn't as
I also don't care for
catchy,
the
but-
animation style, like, personally. I think that's a personal taste thing where it's just not for me.
Sure. I liked the Toadstools.
Toadstools are always good.
Black Hot Soup.
Black Hot Soup. It opens with a low synth and some, like, wind or filter noises and an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, and it is, again, one of only 3 songs with electric guitar as well.
Sure. And that's towards the end of the song.
Because the end of Black Hot Soup is, I think, the coolest part of the record.
Oh, I disagree with that, but
I love the end of Black Hot Soup.
it's very poly.
It's very Polygon Wonderland. It's very Fourth Color.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I can see why you might have thought that this is the end of the album.
This was originally supposed to be the end of the album, and it feels like that. It feels like when all the guitars come in, it's going Polygon Wonderland, it's going Nonagon, it's going
Right, and
bigger,
because
and
it
the guitars
feels
are
like-
back, and it signals that there's something else coming.
And because it feels like the end of Polygon Wonderland and the end of the Fourth Color specifically, like that did end an album already.
Yeah.
But they
So
decided
we're primed.
but they decided that that was too dark for the record, given what the record was.
And what they were trying
And what they
to
were
make
trying
it.
to make, which was this happier record. And so they switched it around with Ya Love and Butterfly 3000, which I do think was the correct choice.
Yeah.
But it does mean that there is a weird moment of a song that has some degree of finality.
Yes.
But I really like that part of the album because I think that the way it says, oh, you kind of thought this was layered and you're kind of wondering, what does this sound like in the Giz discography? This is familiar yet really different. This is the part of the album that says, no, we're going to just make that connection explicit. This is Polygon Land, but inverted.
Do you know what this feels like to me?
What?
This feels like the final track on the record. And then we get the 2 bonus tracks on the deluxe edition that everybody says, oh, well, those should have been on the record in the first place. And we just got that all on the record in the first place.
I don't know. I feel like it would have been very strange to end the album at Black Hot Soup. I get why it feels like an album ending. I get why it was originally an album ending. But I don't think it can be the album ending for this album. I think it would have felt very, very off.
I don't think it would have. I think I would have accepted it.
I think it could have been accepted, but I think it would have felt very off. I think it would have felt like, oh, why did this album suddenly take this turn? And here I was being so uplifted and hopeful, and all of a sudden it's dark.
I think that's a perfect end for an uplifting album. I think that's so good because it hints that there's something coming that is going to be different.
I mean, there's always something coming with Giz that's going to be different. And I understand taking a turn at the end of a record. We've had that before. Fishing for Fishies being a prime example of that.
Right.
But this album is also just, it's also so butterfly.
Sure.
And this is the least butterfly song on the record.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that has the least to do with like either the butterfly characters or the butterfly imagery of some sort, or butterflies as a just even like what you think of sonically when you think of them. It is the most zoomed out. And I get why that could be the end of the progression, but I think it's so important that it isn't. I think it's so important that it isn't. I think that is so fundamentally cynical for the album that is trying really hard to not be cynical.
That's fair.
Plus, I just think it's a cool sounding moment. I think it's a really, really cool section.
It is. It's so cool. It's so good.
And so, is it my favorite part of the album? No, I mean, the best song on the album is Catching Smoke.
Right.
But is it the coolest moment on the album? Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think Catching Smoke is by far my favorite part of the album and my favorite song on the album.
Okay, but is it the coolest part of the album? What I said was that the end of Black Hot Soup is the coolest part of the album.
No, it's not.
What's the coolest?
Because there is a lyric that is the coolest part of the album.
Fine, make me back away more. Is it the coolest music part of the album?
I don't think so either.
Fine, fuck you.
Yeah, sorry, I don't think so.
What is?
I don't know.
You just don't like this part.
I don't like the song.
You don't like Black Hot Soup?
No, it's my second least favorite.
I really like Black Hot Soup. I really, really enjoyed Black Hot Soup. I think that Black Hot Soup takes you on a journey. I think that it is one of the most interesting songs on the album in the way that it changes, in the way that it morphs, in the way that it metamorphoses, if you will.
Sure.
I think that Black Hot Soup, in its zooming out from the individual level and takes you on a universal, the lyrics are nothing.
The lyrics are kind of nothing.
The lyrics are kind of nothing. But musically, it has the most motion of anything on this record. The lyrics are nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly an environmental song of some sort, but like...
It's, hey, you're a part of the universe. Just be a part of the universe.
Yeah.
But musically, it is cool. It has that evolution and motion. It's good.
Okay.
You can be wrong.
I'm okay with being wrong. This is another one that was created for Chunky Shrapnel along with Shanghai. It's an old song that got modernized and turned into this record because it was just a scratch track, I guess, earlier that didn't go anywhere.
It just wasn't right for Chunky.
Just wasn't right for Chunky. And then we get a video.
Yeah, so this one's live action.
It's directed by Guy Tyzek.
Or at least something akin to live action.
Yeah, it's kind of live action. It's in 4:3, which is interesting.
Like the aspect ratio?
Yeah.
I never noticed aspect ratios.
I mean, it's supposed to feel like a very analog video.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot going on in this video where it's like analog video that's been affected digitally.
Yes, absolutely. And there are a lot of references to other King Giz music videos, including we have a wizard originally seen in Gamma Knife.
Yes.
We have a reference to the Cellophane music video from way back in I'm in Your Mind Fuzz.
Really?
With our wizard is flying within a TV. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Instantly recognizable as the Cellophane video.
I just don't remember the Cellophane video.
Okay, you should watch the Cellophane video.
Probably.
Stu flies through a TV.
Okay. There's a section that's kind of Monty Python-esque.
Yeah, with them trying to cross a chasm, and it kind of zooms out and flattens, and
it turns into that collage animation that Monty Python is so well known for.
yes,
It's cool.
yeah,
There are butterflies in the video, but they're not important.
yeah, it's a good video.
Just like the butterflies aren't important in the song. I guess that matches. You love?
You love Cookie.
Cookie and Stew.
We don't have a lot of Cookie songs.
It opens with kind of a medieval tone. Did you get that?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay. I did think it sounded different from the rest of the record.
I didn't.
Okay. Fine.
I thought it didn't sound like the end of Black Hot Soup, which it comes right after, so it's kind of a jolt in that sense.
Sure, but like every song before this has felt like Black Hot Soup. Like it's always been Black Hot Soup. Like that's all that's ever existed.
Right. Just like you're feeling the same way, the way that you did 2 days ago, the way that you did 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 2 decades ago.
Right. Recency is the only thing that matters.
That's right. But this one does have some very driving drums.
Yes, it does.
And I got really worried on my first listen that the only lyric was going to be "Ya love."
It is another sing the song title song. And they sing the song title.
It is my least favorite track on the record because of just "Ya love." Ya love.
See, I like those songs.
Ya love.
That's one of my favorite genres of Giz song. Like it's one of my favorite tropes.
Oh, do not agree. Fundamentally do not agree.
Genius has the lyric as "your love," which makes me want to fucking kill myself every time I see it.
I will say Black Hot Soup, again, did also have that problem of repeating Black Hot Soup, Black Hot Soup.
Drink.
But again, the lyrics to Black Hot Soup were not something that I liked about Black Hot Soup. What I liked was the music.
Right.
So you should have really liked Black Hot Soup.
For some reason, I didn't.
Yeah, because you're
You know what I did like?
you love.
The lyric, "I can't wait to go on adventures."
That is pretty adorable.
That feels very
So-
much the last strip of Calvin and Hobbes.
Yes, yes. So this song was written by Cookie at the very least musically.
Yes.
This was an early Cookie demo sent to Stu that kind of sat there for 2 years before there was something to do with it. But I'm pretty sure the lyrics are mostly Stu here, and they
they seem to be about Minty.
They very much seem to be anticipating Minty's upcoming birth.
Yes.
And it is a song about the bond between the two of them. In the Stereogum interview that I alluded to earlier, Stu was asked, "Is this the first Giz song about love?" And Stu responded sort of like, maybe. I mean, that would probably say something really bad.
What the fuck was Honey?
Oh, no, it's absolutely not the first Giz song about love. Honey is absolutely a love song. There's at least a chance that like Her and I slow jam too.
I was going to call that one out.
But like that one you could read either way, but definitely Honey is a love song.
Definitely Honey.
I'm not saying that love songs are or songs about love are common in the Gizverse,
No.
in the Giz discography, but no, this isn't the first. But I do like Stu going, wow, that really says a lot about me, and it's certainly possible.
Yep.
But yeah, this is paternal love.
Yes, it's paternal love. It's full of really good lyrics. Like, he sings in verse 1. Like, I'm just going to read verse 1 to you because it's so good. I can't wait to be underneath your spell. I can't wait to spin the carousel. I can't wait for you to sweep us up. I just can't wait to feel.
Yeah, the lyrics that aren't "ya love" are great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's hard for me to hear them because I've already turned off the lyric listening part of my brain from the ad nauseum
Skill issue.
Oh, I know. It took me so long before the first time I heard any of the lyrics other than "ya love, ya love, ya love."
Oh, well.
I think that this is a track that has grown on me since the first time I've heard it, but it just kind of early got locked in as my least favorite, and so it kind of stayed there.
Right. It's hard to unring that
It's
bell.
hard to unring that bell, and I think that happens to you a lot as well. I know
yeah.
it happens to me. Is it a bad song? No. Like I said, I really like this album. I don't think there's a bad song on it.
We need to break the whole every record has one song that's the bad song.
Hey,
we need to
I
break
don't-
that because we're coming up on Timeland and there's only 2 fucking songs on there. And I can't afford for one of them to be the bad song.
Yeah, we need to make sure that that's not a thing that we do. I think that I mostly avoid it, except for when there is a bad song.
Okay, love.
Yeah.
There's
When
a music
I'm right,
video.
I'm right.
There's a music video and it's directed by the one, the only, our friend Jason Galea.
So there's a fast instrumental. There's a lot of layers, and
Oh yeah,
it's
none of that matters.
very chaotic and produced as a song.
Yeah.
And Jason Galea did the music video.
And Jason Galea did the music video, and that's all we have to say about the music video.
The band is in colorful spacesuits next to a crashed ship with the number 3000.
The colored spacesuits reminded me of Gamma Knife.
Yes, absolutely. Where all of the band members were in different colored robes.
Yeah.
There's also a gator in a robe that catches and releases a butterfly. Which
Dizzy
the
Gator.
band then chases the butterfly, and it's all psychedelic. And there are mushroom towers, and the band is on a gator roller coaster, and there's a lot of gears and a weird...
Did you see what the Gator roller coaster was doing?
No.
It was climbing a mountain that, if my memory serves me right, was magenta.
Okay, I don't know what magenta is.
It's a shade of red.
I thought it was a shade of purple.
It's a shade of red. It's kind of a purpley red.
What?
Regardless, I think
What?
this is a reference to Omnium.
I thought magenta was just kind of purple. That's what...
No, I can pull up magenta for you.
It wouldn't help me. I don't know what red is. If I don't know what red is, how am I supposed to know what magenta is?
Okay,
yeah,
so
you searched
this is
magenta. Noelle searched magenta on her computer, and the only result were photos of magenta from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, that's what magenta. So I think there might have been a reference to Magenta Mountain. I could be wrong, and it might not have been a Magenta Mountain, but whatever.
I guess we'll find out.
Roller coaster climbing a mountain.
And there's like a weird gator wizard society,
Yeah.
and the band seems to dream that they're becoming gators themselves.
Doesn't surprise me.
There's an ent-like creature, like a tree person,
Oh yeah, that's
With-
definitely an end.
with caterpillars riding on it that walks through a sunflower field and then picks up some of the sunflowers to eat them, and all of the sunflowers have faces,
Yep.
making that a little bit terrifying, I think, if you're a sunflower person. There's a castle in the air.
There's a castle in the air, and it's certainly crumbling.
There's a weird moment where a section of the song, but not much of it, is captioned with lyrics.
Yeah, just the bridge.
Yeah. Couldn't really tell why the bridge got captions. and the band ends up in floating cocoons themselves that come together to form a heart.
Oh.
But my favorite thing about this video, other than all of the really cute gator wizards, I love the gator wizards, is that Galea specifically notes that he loves referencing other imagery from past videos, or potentially also, I guess, future videos. Who knows? Because he loves seeing the fans theorize about the connections.
Oh, good.
So this is the sign to all of you in the Weirdo Swarm. Keep your Gizverse theories coming, because Jason at least likes
appreciates them. That's so good. That makes me happy.
Yeah, and he talks about how, you know, sometimes they're things that he put in there deliberately, and sometimes they aren't.
Yeah.
And that there's not necessarily meaning behind it, but he likes making these connections and seeing what theories people can come up with.
Yeah.
So I guess we made the Gizverse all along. The Gizverse was the friends we made along the way.
Fuck off. Jason taught himself 3D animation for this video, which tickles me, because that means that we can get 3D animation in the future from him.
Hell yeah.
And so that's nice. And I also have a section here from It's Nice That I just want to read. It's not strictly related to this song in particular, but it's really enlightening as to the way that the band works. So Jason's talking to It's Nice That. And the article says, initially the group all shared the same space, where Jason could be found creating artworks for albums as the band were writing them next door. Now it exists more digitally via a secret SoundCloud page with only the 6 King Gizzard members and Jason vowed access. Almost every single day, nuggets of songs are uploaded, and as a result, he's just always listening to what we're doing, explains Stu. He's on the journey as well in his own way. It's a really nice two-way thing.
Hell yeah.
I thought that was so interesting to know that Jason is not just making art for them, but Jason is deeply involved with every piece of the creative process so that he can make the best art possible.
That is really cool.
That makes me happy.
Yes. All right.
Butterfly 3000.
Butterfly 3000.
Final track on the record. And you know what we get on this one?
Vocals that feel like paragraphs.
Oh, I was going to say an 808.
Also, yeah. But seriously, it feels like paragraphs.
Does it?
The lines are so long.
I guess.
Like, not in a bad way. They just go on.
I didn't feel like that.
This is a tribute to Araminta Minty McKenzie.
Yes.
Stu's daughter. So
this is the cutest song on the record.
It's adorable. It's the cutest song they've ever made.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
It's Stu talking about his hopes and dreams for his daughter and how he can be there for her and the kind of example he wants to set. And it's adorable. It's so cute.
It's so good. This song has my favorite lyric on the record, which is, "Hope I can empower femininity."
Yeah. And
which
you know
I
what?
thought was really cute.
Stu, I believe in you.
Stu, if ever we've canceled you, you are so uncanceled right now.
If ever we've canceled you. Stu, you're uncanceled.
Stu, you're uncanceled. You did it.
You did it.
You're the one. You're the one person who's successfully become uncanceled. I say, Louis C.K. having just put a special on Netflix.
Fuck Louis C.K. Yeah, it's lovely. I mean, it's just so sweet.
It is. It's adorable. It's basically just 808 and a couple of synths until eventually the drums do come in, but they fade in, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And the song grows. It gets bigger, but the root of the song stays the same, and it stays very sweet throughout.
Yeah, this is one where I don't mind that there isn't as much motion, because it is this could have been a singer-songwriter song.
I kind of want to see that now.
But it fits on the album. It's hopeful. It has that it is the butterfly of the record.
Yeah.
This is the promise of the record made whole. And this needed to be the end of the album. 100%, this needed to be the end of the album.
Oh,
it
absolutely.
Wouldn't have made any sense anywhere else. This is the culmination of what that hope and optimism can be, because despite the climate, despite the mental health, despite the drugs and the fights with your bandmates over how spicy the hot pot should be.
This is why we can't get hot pot together.
I'm fine with going with less spicy hot pot, babe.
Oh, I love you so much.
But if they have the thing with the divides it in two,
Oh, sure. Then you can get one spicy one.
sure.
Yeah.
Despite all of that, like the hope for the next generation, the love between the father and the daughter. Like, I'll never have a daughter.
No.
I'll never have a kid, but the kids are all right. And the kids give hope for the future.
Are you saying that the children are our future?
I'm saying that every time I see a trans child, I cry a little bit inside.
Yeah, no child should have to be trans.
No child should have to deal with the kind of shit that trans children have to go through.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that Minty is going to be trans.
No, I don't think we even insinuated that. I don't think you needed to say that.
But if she is, I'm sure that Stu will accept.
I'm sure that Stu would be the best parent. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is going to be the best parent.
Yeah. No, it's so sweet. It's so cute.
And then we get the video.
The music video continues on directly from Ya Love, and it is
It's
also
Jason
Jason
Galea.
Galea. It continues on directly, so from the heart of the cocoons.
It kind of continues directly. There is a seizure warning up first.
There is a seizure warning at first, but we start with the same heart that we left off with from Ya Love, and it just sort of becomes this psychedelic kaleidoscopic sphere.
Kaleidoscopic.
Fuck you. And there are psychedelic butterflies made out of blocky squares and a bunch of 3D effects.
Yeah. There's just a kaleidoscope of butterflies.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So, yeah, that's
the record.
That's the record.
We did it. We did it, chat. We did it.
Yeah. Stu says, we were trying to make something that felt less pessimistic. So much of our music is pessimistic, even if it's in a fast tempo. We lean on dark textures a lot. I find it a lot more challenging to write music that's bright. It just doesn't come naturally to me. And I suppose that was the challenge with this record. Maybe someone else could explain why an acoustic guitar... Oh, well, we already talked about that part.
We sure did.
But that first part, I think, is really important.
Yeah.
That it's hard to write music that's bright. Lukey does not play on any of this album.
Okay.
Not there at all.
Sorry, Lukey.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about 3001?
Yeah, we need to.
Okay. Well, let's start with
Just let's talk about general impressions of 3001. Call out favorites. We'll talk about the music video. We don't need to go through just track by track.
So I actually do want to start specifically with track 1.
Okay.
Which is Black Hot Soup, DJ Shadow, My Own Reality Rewrite. And I think it's a really good one to talk about to kind of shape what this record is, because this song has virtually no relation to Black Hot Soup.
Oh yeah, it's so different. Some of these tracks are very similar, but many of them are very different.
Yeah, and so the band gave all of these artists the full stems and said, do what you will. And so we get some weird stuff. Like, for this one, we get some actual scratching and turntables on it, which is the first time we've heard that from Giz, which we aren't hearing it from Giz, I know, but... And it was really funky, and it was good, and it didn't remind me of Black Hot Soup even a little bit.
Oh, it did to me.
Did it?
There was a moment where it really felt like the Polygon Dwanaland section.
Oh, okay.
That was really hypnotic and very, very cool. But it's so different from the original. And I didn't think it was very interesting most of the time, except for that Polygon Dwanaland section.
Sure.
But it also has a music video. It's the only one of the remix album tracks to have a music video. Yeah,
and so the music video was live action.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't write down who directed it, and I feel bad about that.
Same. It opens on a cityscape with bells tolling. There are two guys that are dancing and drinking and doing drugs. I only wrote down one of their names because only one of them is a well-known person.
Yeah, John Safran.
John Safran. John Safran is not a name that meant anything to me, but I looked him up.
Nor me.
He is...
Nor I?
Nor I. Yeah. He is an Australian radio personality, satirist, documentarian, and author. He is known for combining humor with religious, political, and ethnic issues. He does stunts on TV.
Okay.
Like, to me, he feels like a more highly regarded Howard Stern kind of figure.
Oh my God, he's going to be on Taskmaster.
Well, he has a connection with Taskmaster.
How?
One of his TV stunts involved placing a fatwa on Rove McManus,
Okay.
who we know from the most recent season of Taskmaster Australia.
Yes.
I will not spoil for anybody who has not yet watched Taskmaster Australia how Rove McManus does, but watch Taskmaster Australia. It's so good. It's so good. It's one of the best Taskmasters out there.
Oh, easily. Yeah,
It's so good.
it's as good as New Zealand, which is as good as UK. Like, they're all so brilliant, and it makes me so happy. We've only watched the English language versions. I know there's a lot more Taskmaster out there that isn't in English, but I can't be bothered to give a shit. I already have 3 full series.
Yeah. So John Safran has placed a fatwa on Rove McManus.
Perfect.
There you go. I told you the other day I had one of the comedians from Taskmaster, the season that we just finished.
Yeah.
Was going to make it onto today's recording, and there you go.
There you go. There's a couple remixes that have like a little bit of dub to them, like kind of dub reggae.
Yeah.
Which is really fun to hear, and that made me happy, and it makes me think maybe we can get a King Gizzard ska record at some point.
Or King Gizzard reggae album.
Sure, but reggae came out of ska, so like reggae came out of ska. Ska was first.
Okay. I don't know my ska history.
I know very little, but the stuff that I do know I'm pretty confident in.
Okay.
There's a remix of Blue Morpho by Donato Dazzi that was
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
it was wildly not notable. Which was notable, like it didn't feel like anything had been changed really.
Sorry, which one?
The Blue Morpho Donato Dazzi remix.
Okay.
He's an ambio techno artist, so he made changes to the song that I probably didn't really recognize because I didn't know the record super well when I listened to 3001.
I did notice changes on that one.
You did?
I liked that one. I really liked both that one and the Yusu Dreams remix, both of which were very ambient.
Okay.
I liked that both of them, Blue Morpho was already a slow song, but I liked that both of them slowed things down even further and really made these very dreamy songs into, something that sounded like a dreamscape.
Sure.
I also really liked Vril's techno Blue Morpho.
Yeah, Vril was really good. I'm so excited that we're going to get to see Vril at Field of Vision. I know he's playing Forest Hills as well.
Yeah, he's playing not at Forest Hills, he's playing the bridge.
Oh, he's playing Under the Bridge.
He's playing Under the Bridge.
Okay.
So if you're going to New York, check out Vril for the recently released Under the Bridge show, the Secret Seventh show. The Peaking Lights Transadelic macro dosing mix of dreams, I really enjoyed.
Wait, which one?
The Peaking Lights Transadelic macro dosing mix of dreams.
Yeah, this is by the Krautrock artist.
That one was really cool.
That one was really good. I also really liked where is it? Catching Smoke's Dame Funk instrumental refreak.
Okay.
That one blew me away. Sorry, I'm just kind of shotgunning through these now.
Yeah, and I think that's fine to do. I thought that one was that one was all right.
That one had a lot of extra synth work on it that I really dug.
A lot of like really squelched bass.
Yeah.
On that one, it didn't do as much for me, I think, as it did for you. The Flaming Lips and Geneva Jacuzzi both had remixes of "Ya Love" that I liked quite a bit.
Yep. I really, really liked the Flaming Lips one.
Yeah.
It was pretty relaxed.
Yeah, that one was all acoustic, and it kind of sounded like a normal pop song.
Yeah.
It was good. I think my favorite Catching Smoke, or no, there was only one Catching Smoke. Never mind.
Weren't there
No,
two?
there were two because there was the
Yeah.
Dame Funk. I liked the Hieroglyphic being one more.
There was also
So
the
there was also the
Caitlin
third.
Aurora Smith.
Yeah, there were three. What am I talking about? There were three Catching Smokes.
and the 4am Whack remix.
There are so many of these tracks.
There are so many tracks, it's impossible to keep them straight. What else did I really like? There was the Your Love Hector Oaks playing with Fire mix, which I'm only calling out because when I Googled Hector Oaks, the first recommended search was Hector Oaks allegations.
Oh no.
And I did not look into it farther than that.
I specifically wrote for that one, not very interesting.
I loved that it had big four on the floor feeling and that it felt like techno. But that was all that I could write down about it.
Sure. Confidence Man, Interior People, and Hieroglyphic Being Catching Smoke were both good and interesting. Mall Grabs, Blue Morpho wasn't bad, but I think that might have been more just because, the source material was good.
Yeah.
But I think Vrill's techno version of Blue Morpho,
Yeah.
among my favorites. Overall, thoughts about the remix album are, it's not really an album to listen to.
No, not at all.
And it's certainly not sequenced as an album to listen to. I wouldn't spend 2 hours just sitting through it. But if you have a playlist of Giz songs, throw in some of them into the playlist. And, it can be a nice change of pace.
Absolutely.
Like, it makes sense as an artifact to have for DJs to use. If you're a techno DJ, you might want the Vril. If you're an ambient DJ, then you might want the Yusu's Dreams.
If you're a synth pop,
you might want the Flaming Lips.
you might want the You Love Geneva Jacuzzi remix, which
the
was
Flaming
my
Lips
favorite.
wasn't synth. It was
My favorite on the record is You Love Geneva Jacuzzi.
yeah, that was
or
very good.
Black Hot Soup DJ Shadow.
Yeah, Geneva Jacuzzi had some really fun drum breaks.
It had new lyrics too.
Yes, with heavily processed vocals.
Yeah, they processed Stu's vocals until they were basically degendered.
Yeah. So there's some really interesting stuff.
Yeah. Overall, I thought the remix record was a thumbs up.
It is so mixed for me because there were several of them that I thought, oh, this is boring.
I've heard so many shitty remix albums. It was nice to get something that on the average is pretty high quality.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And I do think that the Terry Tracksuit version of Butterfly 3000
Yeah.
is maybe the closest we're ever going to get to Hyperpop Giz.
Oh, it was frantic. I loved it.
It might be the closest we'll get to Hyperpop Giz. But,
I do want to call out that there's one by Peaches.
yes.
Peaches, of course, being famous for their song "Fuck the Pain Away," and so they did a great thing. It's got some really fun, plucky synth leads, and it goes four on the floor, and it builds, and it's just great. It's so happy.
Yeah, something I like about the Peaches remix, which I didn't particularly care for, was just a quote from Peaches.
Tell me more.
She said she wanted to make this remix sound like a lizard.
Good for her.
Slippery wet and scaly dry. Something that wiggles through wide open spaces with slits for eyeballs. And danceable.
And danceable.
And that is such a great way of describing music.
That's a great way of describing this
Anything.
whole remix record.
That's a great way of describing anything.
That's a great button at the end of this episode.
that we just completely ruined by talking more.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more, and you can tell me what you've been listening to this week.
Yeah, this week I think what I want to talk about today is Crybaby by Vince Staples.
Yeah, tell me about it. I haven't heard it yet.
So Vince Staples is a hip hop artist. This is an album that just came out 2 weeks ago?
Is this more of a rap album or a melodic album?
This is more of a rap album.
Cool.
And
I don't know Vince Staples very well.
I don't either. I picked up this album on the recommendation of a friend who has said it's her favorite album of the year so far. It is an intensely political record.
Yes,
It is-
all the way down to the album art.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I haven't heard it, but that's what I've heard from Reputation so far.
Yeah, it is an album of the times. It is, if you want a black man rapping about what it's like to live in America in 2026,
There you go.
it is a no holds barred, burn everything down, fuck the system kind of record.
Yes.
Sometimes you need that.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
All right. How about you?
I revisited Beartooth's record, The Blackbird Session, which was a live session that they did a while back in studio. Beartooth is known for being a high-energy arena metalcore band. And they did the Blackbird Session, which reimagines 4 of their songs as alt-country tracks.
Okay.
Like, they brought in a fiddle player. They have the lap steel. It's really cool reimaginings of their tracks. If you like Beartooth and you haven't heard this, which I think most Beartooth fans haven't, you owe it to yourself to find this and watch the videos. They're on Apple Music. It's delightful. It's one of those great experiments of, can we do this thing differently? It turns out, yes, they can. And that's all I have for what I've been listening to. I've spent most of this week on Butterfly 3000 and what I was talking about last week, Dillinger Escape Plan's Calculating Infinity.
Next time, we're going to be listening to Made in Timeland, so come back.
Made in Time Land. Let's fucking go. Yeah!
See y'all.